Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, family. Welcome to another edition of Peanut Nola 504. And just give me one more second. I'm gonna give by a little bit more time, but give me one more second. Welcome, 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 family, and more welcome out there. And I'm back. I'm back. This is Monday. And this is Peanut Nola 504. How you doing out there, the Aborigine Chief? Peace and blessings out there. I know it's been 5 days since I made my last video, but I am here. I am here. Mo Better, how you doing? Peace and blessings. Mr. Five. No, that's Mr. Dark Fly brother in the house. What's up, my brother? What's up, Chief? How you doing today? How you living? Indigenous warrior in the building. Um, I sit back, I play my way in the bushes and stuff. I call around these holiday times, I call it relative family time. I had a lot of time to spend with my family. I don't celebrate Christmas, the pagan and holidays. We tried to do a togetherness with our family. We still don't acknowledge that these holidays, Christmas and all these other stuff, we do know that a lot of these holidays are paganist holidays. Okay. So, but what we like to do as Aboriginal people, we like to make our own togetherness, replace some of these evil holidays with our own celebrations, with the things that we do with ourselves, with our family. Every day is a holiday when it comes down to Aborigine people. Every day is celebration of our life. Every day. Okay. So every day we should be celebrating that we're here today to be able to talk about the good message to our brothers and sisters out there. We got LOL. We got Lola Indigenous in the house. Shebi, Lola Indigenous in the house. Peace and blessings. How you doing today? And I welcome all you guys as usual to another edition of we don't do no pagans. Yes, we don't do Aborigine people. We don't celebrate no trees. Them trees are nothing but pagan holidays. They represent the gods of Nimrod and all this other stuff. A lot of people don't know that because when we were young, we didn't pay attention. A lot of kids were caught up in this into this Pan-African American following theories. We were followers, so we didn't know no better. But now you know better. Okay? There's no excuses. You know better. So we should be moving on, learning more about ourselves and our history. We were blinded for so long. Now we're learning the truth about us. Okay? So we should celebrate our relatives, our people, and that's what we need to celebrate. Okay? So that's what we out here to do. Lady Solo out here in the house. Lady Solo in the house. Now, we have a lot to talk about today. We got a couple of things that we want to talk about. And I want people to understand that Aboriginal theories are not a business. Aboriginal theories are not a business. What I'm meaning, if the person is when you get our Aborigine brothers and sisters out here, and the first thing that you see the brother and sister do is waiting for $1. Before they can even teach a lesson, they want your $1. Before they can teach a lesson, they want your $1. I want you guys to understand that this message, this research is for free. For those who want to donate to people's channel, when you see my Cash App, you see people who want to donate. It's okay to donate and help somebody. But the first thing that you see as a person looking in your pockets, you have to question what's on their mind. You have to really question them. So I want you guys to understand what we out here teaching is not for me, it's for all of us. That my research and my content is for all Aboriginal people. It's not nothing that belongs to me. It belongs to all of us. This is no competition on gathering information to teach our people. Gathering information should not have to be paid for. But if you are a person that see and actually just want to help a person channel grow and you feel like they deserve something, that's your prerogative. I don't tell people not to donate because otherwise I wouldn't have the Cash App. Okay? So, but I want you to understand that your main objective when you're teaching is not to ask for money. Your main objective when you're teaching is not to ask for money. Once again, Colloidal to everyone out there. Colloidal to everyone out there. Colloidal to everyone out there. Now, I want you guys to understand that we are in some difficult times right now. We are in some difficult times right now. So we don't got time for the riffraff of competition when it comes down to learning the truth. We got Pan-African Americans who used to be just Pan-African Americans, now all of a sudden wanting to be a part of our agenda. Now all of a sudden you got Rashid, whatever his name, however I'm pronouncing it. You know, he's calling us Native Americans. He got us all confused. Tariq Nasheed. We got some of these guys here that's only for clout, that's coming on social media for clout, really not trying to give you something, offer you something. And that's the thing that I tell people, when you are out here, what are you here for? You have to ask yourself, when you come in these sectors, are you for the people? Are you for the teaching? Or are you for yourself? I want to know, because if you're not here for the people, you should not be on social media. American Indian strikes. American Indian strikes in the house by American Indian strikes in the house. But I want you guys to understand that. How you doing today, my brother, Indigenous warrior in the house? How you doing, Chief?
What's up, brother? How you doing, brother?
Man. It just amazed me that all the work that we do as a team, we got a lot of arrogant channels, man. We got arrogant. And they think that this research out there is primarily for them. And I tell people, I've been following Dane Calloway for a long time. I respect that brother and his research, but even his research do not belong to him. Okay? And he tells you that you can find this research. This is not his research. Okay? So
right.
I want people to understand that when we tell the truth about who we are, we don't need a hand clap or a praise to teach righteousness. We don't need a hand clap or a praise to teach righteousness. We doing this together. We are teaming together, because we got enough trouble out here with these so-called Pan-Africans that's out here that got a lot of our people manipulated.
That is
so
true.
what do you think about, my brother, out here in these YouTube streets?
But you gotta look at it like this too, brother. I heard you mention the guy named Tariq Nasheed. You have to look at it like this. A lot of these people out here spreading false information just to get paid off it. You know, look at how many years he been pushing the Pan African syndrome on so many people. He got what 5 Hidden Colors movies that then came out. He done made money off of. He done made money off all these movies and stuff. And at the end of the day, he don't even know who he is because now he coming around to say he Native American.
I don't get it. I don't get it. Yeah, all of a sudden now, all along he was saying that he was an African. Now all of a sudden I'm seeing him on Twitter and telling basically making fun of the certain African people, talking about boy, you ain't no. He told a Libyan man that this Libyan man was not American. He was trying to expose the young man. But we want to know, what are you in it for? We want to know what you in it for. What are you here in these YouTube streets? Are you here for yourself? Are you here to make dollars off of our people? Tell me something, brother.
Yeah. All of them out here to make whatever hot right now, they're gonna jump on that subject. You see what I'm saying? Whatever moving right now, he done made all these Pan-African, that wasn't making enough money for him. So now he done jumped on this indigenous, this indigenous train. He see how much money he can make off this. He ain't really give no ifs about his people. He want to be able to make a money. That was all he worried about. So he go buy some more meat coat. That's it. How many people trying to tell him what time it was before this?
Man, bro, I'm trying to figure this out. Hold on, we got another caller in the house. Hold on, I think we got Mr. Alex. We got Chief Plumber in the house. What's up, Chief?
What happened? What's happening?
Halito to you. You probably don't know what I'm talking about. But anyway, we're talking about scammers. We're talking about YouTube scammers. And we're talking about be aware of the YouTube scammers out here, those who out here all about the money, but not about the teaching. Because we got a lot of people who are out here for the money, but not the teaching, not trying to put in the work. And let me tell you something, it's easy to go Google some things. It's easy to go on YouTube, take from another person's theory and make it your own. It's easy for people. We have seen people do it all the time. That the brother, I think it was brother Prince, Chief Prince, was telling me. He said, Chief, he texted me. He said, Chief, man, you see how that brother? I think he be listening to us. I think Tariq Nasheed be listening to us. And what they do, they listen to small channels like us, and they try to take some of the research from us. We see this all the time. We got Brandon in the house. Brandon, what's up, Chief Brandon? Chief Brandon in the house. But we got to understand that you don't know who watching you in the bushes. Everybody don't mean that they for you. You got a lot of people that don't come on here to learn the truth about you, about what you're teaching. They just want to use some of your thoughts, but they ain't trying to. They don't give a damn about what we teaching. Trying to get the paperwork. Trying to get people to understand who they are. We've been working on this for a very long time, and we got people that's like that. Peanut, that is so true. It is out there just for money. We got people. I have one of my supporters. That's one of my great supporters, Lady Solo. Lady Solo told me right before Christmas she had donated to me, and she gave me a gift. And I had said, "Oh no, I don't want the gift," but she insists that I get the gift. That's a difference. If somebody look at you and say, "Look, I like what you're doing, I like what you're saying, but you know what I'm saying, I would love to do something for you. But I'm not here for your dollars. I got a job. I'm here to spread light on who we are as a nation of people."
But my thing is, brother. My thing is, let me tell you something about people like Tariq Nasheed. If you so-called believe 100% you was Pan-African or African, whatever you want to put that tag on yourself, if that was your belief, how is it the small channels like us can manipulate you into believing that you was even to suggest that you even Native American? You see what I'm saying?
And,
That lets
and
me
then he got it wrong.
understand the
Then
fact.
he got it wrong, brother. We not no Native American.
Right.
We the
So
only
I'm just
people
saying
who
though,
been saying, we've been telling you, they got it all school. You want to be like us, but you don't even know what we really are. That's the
that's
funny
what I'm
thing.
saying. That's what I'm saying. So if you was easily to be manipulated to thinking you was even Native Americans, that lets me understand the fact that you don't even believe you was Pan African. You was just going with the flow, see how much you can scam people out the money, and see how much money you can make at the end of the day off this Pan African gig. He ain't the only one was doing his Pan African king. There's the other guy, I can't think of his name right now at the moment. He done went from a Moor to Pan African to another Moor to and come to realize he was a part of Freemason. They try to hide that, and they want nobody to know he was Freemason until they
Wow.
expose him for being like that.
Wow. We don't want us to be just as bad as Sinetta and them boys like Sinetta.
That's what I was gonna say here.
We don't
That's it.
want our group, my brother. We don't want our group of people to turn out like Sinetta and turn out like all them boys. What the other boy name? You know there was a whole crew of them. We don't want to be like that. We are different. Our Aboriginal people are different. We're not here for that. We're here to
Young
teach
Pharaoh,
strategy about who we are.
young Pharaoh think he's from Egypt.
We got some twisted mind brothers right now that don't know nothing about themselves. They trying to be something that they not, and they trying to cater to something that they're not. And when we sit there and we teach the truth, some people don't want to take the time to sit back and learn who they are. How you doing, Chief Alex? I want to talk to you about Mississippi, my brother. Since I got you here on the channel, you got some deep roots over there where you live. A lot of Choctaw Nation. You even got some Cherokee parts over there. And I noticed that the struggle that you guys, is it true that Mississippi, as far as money wise, and we talk about our people over there in Mississippi, they struggling very hard with power, with money, as far as minimum wage and not really making top dollars. They still struggling in that sector. So tell me how life is in Mississippi.
Well, the thing about it is, life is basic. They try to keep us simple. So long as they keep it simple, we only look for the basic paycheck. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like if you go outside of the states and you see how much more stuff costs, but then you come to Mississippi and then you be like, wow, it costs that much. People be surprised when they come to Mississippi and be like, man, that's cheap. Because of how they value stuff down here and how they keep it. But you best believe it's more rich people in Mississippi than it is in any other state outside of it.
Right.
Most of the owners, slave owners, was from Mississippi and Alabama. The capital of the world of the South was gonna be Jackson, Mississippi, when the Confederates was fighting the Union. So you can't tell me these folks didn't have no money and ain't still got it. They just ain't giving it out.
Wow. So you're telling me the economic power in Mississippi, which is a lot of them white folks that sit back there and then we see a lot of I noticed in Mississippi there's a lot of Mississippians that own a lot of land. I think that a lot of that they got from that were the generations of their ancestors that were passed on. Even in Alabama, you see a lot of the country folks, they have their own land out there. And are you aware of could you make people aware on how cheap it is to buy land in Mississippi? Because I want our people to understand for us to get our own land.
I'm gonna tell you right now, in my area, you might run by somebody and they just want to get rid of land, and you might get an acre of land for about $1,200.
Wow.
Seriously, $1,200.
So you know what I'm thinking is when they put a lot of our people into the big cities, programming, taking land from our people, programming our people. First of all, shout out to Chief Wilmore Reed. Shout out to Chief Wilmore Reed. But I want people to understand that I think what they did was putting us in projects and moving us away from our own land and putting us in the projects, putting us in apartment living, teaching us, instead of teaching us how to own, they were teaching our people how to rent and not and basically mess their credit up. And this is what's happening throughout our history. We have been destroyed by credit, bad credit, and we basically paying back our own, paying back to buy our own land, being in critical debt. And this is why I tell you guys, whether these Democrats was the public, was the party of the KKK, and the Republican Party was the party of the Jim Crow. They were party of Jim Crow. So you got two parties that got people that don't look like you or I. Okay? You got two parties that don't look like you or I.
I agree to disagree, but I what you said that first time, you said about the rent and the credit and stuff like that. But here's the thing: in Mississippi, they really don't care about credit no more. They just trying to trap you with the credit. But for as the rent goes, man, there's people been staying in houses and stuff for 30 years paying rent and don't own it because they've been stuck to that concept of just rent.
Say it again,
So
brother.
it goes outside of credit because most people, like a lot of older people, don't even know nothing about credit. They don't even use it, but got it. So they just
Little
got
mom
the
in the house.
mindset. They just rent, and I never stuck myself. I would never
But you
rent
know
nothing.
what though? I wanted to tap in right quick and say something right quick because you just said something, brother Plummer, and it dawned on me because first of all, these jokers, these devils is not really they're reaping the benefits of their ancestors, first of all. And second of all, these cocksuckers want you to pay them $1,200 to buy an acre of land that was already yours.
Yeah, rebuy your land. Rebuy your land. And that's what the Aboriginal people don't understand. You're actually buying your own land. And I hate to say it. I mean, I encourage our people to buy our own land, but but in that same aspect, I'm like, man, it's really sad
The
that we
taxes,
have to buy
somebody
our
else
own
can
land.
come back and pay the taxes that you gave
Tanya
Exactly.
them.
Lloyd, Tanya Lloyd, shout out to Tanya Lloyd. Go ahead.
But that's what I was just
So
saying. Like, how can you make me? Well, first of all, you gonna call me a refugee in my own land? Then I gotta buy back my land that you came and stole from us from jump. So I gotta give it back, make $1,200 to give to you to buy it back that something was already mine. You see,
But
like I'm,
tell I heard you brought up. I heard you brought up refugee. Could you refer? Could you tell the people why the melanated people in New Orleans was called refugee in the first place? Because
oh,
I don't think people across the nation really understand that that's what they were calling us. Go ahead, brother.
first before I explain, but I want to just send a shout out to everybody in the chat. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to speak back to you guys, but I see your comments and everything. But what I mean by refugee is because, like I said, I was born and raised in New Orleans, so we was a part of the Katrina effect, and they was calling us refugees from Louisiana, from New Orleans, refugees in our own land. Like you gonna call me a refugee to someone who has already been here before you cocksuckers got here. You see what
Now
I'm saying?
that's the thing. What I'm trying to understand, brother, is now when are our people going to wake up and understand that these are things that have happened in our last couple of generations. We have seen a major hurricane that hit New Orleans, which was a predominant melanated city. And you've seen them people displaced across America, and they called them people refugees. So imagine what they did with the Trail of Tears when our copper people were running around and they said that we were all dead. They
And
said
basically,
we were dead.
when they called you a refugee, they just told you you're not even a citizen.
You're not a citizen.
When you call refugees people from Africa,
You only
Australia,
see that for
places like
foreigners,
that,
right? Right.
that's what you call refugees. Those people. How you gonna call me the refugee from I'm in New York. I'm from the United States. But the way you reference in the term and the context you use to describe us is derogatory. It's not cool on no level. Y'all the only ones that get to still be called Caucasian, the K, pale face, whatever term you want to use. We the only race on this earth has been reclassified several times.
You do know that Turtle Island is a continent, not a country. That they don't use they took away the majority of Turtle Island, which was all the way from down from Brazil up to Canada, and that we was a continent, not a country. So when you talk about these things and we start looking, and we got bronze in the house, peace and blessings. When we talk about these things, a lot of people don't take the time to hear that. A lot of times we don't understand. We only go by based on the history that was told to us by our oppressor, but we don't. When you really start looking at the things that make sense, and you start putting some sense to this, you'll realize that they have been doing years and years of lying to us. And you got to come to, at some point in your life, we got to stop using our message as a joke and as a business, and teach these people right about who they are. Teach these people right about who they are. This is Aborigine people. We are not running a business. See, that's what was going on with the Pan-African Americans. They were running it like a business. Sinetta runs his channel like a business. Some of these people are not here to teach us and love us. They don't love us. I got a shout out. We got T1 in the building. T1 is in the building. Shout out to T1. And I just want you guys to understand that our message out here is not a business. It's not a business until we take it serious. Go ahead, brother.
But you do know that certain people, you can tell if they run their channel like a business or not when you tap in.
Right.
I done been on Brian's channel. I done been on your channel. I done been on a bunch of people's channels before. I never got that vibe as though they was running like a business. But I know some other people that I've seen around that's been out for years running it like a corporation.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? Because see, when you start out like how we start out about the message, that's fine. But when you get to be so large to where you stray away from the message, you turn into a corporation to where now it's a business thing with you. But then now
Yeah,
you start. Then now
because you
you
start
start.
feeling like you know it all, and that the other chiefs can't tell you a damn thing. See, this is what happened, and I don't want nobody to get it twisted, because Chief Nola, Peanut Nola 504, don't know it all. So that should be something that I could talk to my other brother and learn that, you know what, this ain't no competition. We can learn from each other. We're building together. This is what we're doing as a nation of people. We ain't in no damn competition. We're trying to get to the next level. We ain't trying to knock them down, brother.
That's
Well,
exactly why I like going on these channels, on certain people's channels, because I feel like I'm at home when I go to these other people's channels, because they're not running like a goddamn employee and employee. You see what I'm saying? And
but
that's why I like the way I go to other people's channels. But
that's why you gotta watch like how people conduct like y'all said, run as a business. Now, when you watch another person's channel, I've been watching channels for years, and the way they conduct themselves, they promote. And when you promote, and when you push other agendas, but you getting away from the narrative that you started it with, then you're not a legitimate original of what you said. Now you becoming a legitimate business, because now you putting in promotion of everything to get people to come over there so they can come see your channel and make it grow.
Yeah, I mean, you go to the enemy network. You go to the enemy network. You supposed to be out there letting them know that we are the chief and the chiefness up out here. You supposed to let them know that we are the Aborigine people out here. You ain't out there for the limelight, for the viewership. You ain't out here for competition. You out here to teach the truth about us being the original people here on this continent.
Facts. And like I
And
tell
that's
you,
what's wrong.
and like I tell you, all I think I tell everybody, I'm not. I tell everybody,
God is supreme in the house.
I'm not the smartest. I'm not the smartest person in the world, but at the same time, though, I know enough. But at the same, I ain't not wrong with learning more information every day I wake up. I want to learn more and more. You see what I'm saying? But I'm not going to pay you X amount of dollars for some information. No, I'm not. I can go do it on my own. But if we and you consider being friends and know how we're going to do it, we should be able to share information without being charged one another.
Yeah, I tell you one thing. We are in a serious crisis right now, and let me tell you, this sister right here, and I say it all the time. When the original Copper Empress is out there, her and Sun Hour, when they out there on Tuesdays, they're out there in the grind, in the street, teaching about genealogy, teaching about who the self love, about who we should be. I don't. We gotta turn our eyes and support them people, because guess what? They don't have to sit there and take the time to go through your generations and generations and generations of families, who your grandmother is, your great 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 grandmother is. They don't have to take the time for you to do this. These are things that we're supposed to work together. And when we divide ourselves and we make this about a business, we ain't gonna never get to where we need to get. And this is what happens. We get confused on who we is. See, when I keep telling you, our chief is a what? They're here to serve, not here to have a fancy name, walking around because you got a name, chief. You have to earn that chief. You got to put yourself to work. And that means you serve for the people. That means you serve for your people. And that's what we don't do.
And you're right about that, brother.
Take our egos out the way. Go ahead, brother.
I ain't gonna lie. I was just about to say the same thing. A lot of people walking around here calling
The
themselves chiefs.
Aboriginal.
They got a lot of people running around here calling themselves chiefs and pastors, but they ain't serving the people.
That's
They
right.
not. Because you're a pastor, I mean, you can be a pastor, but you ain't serving the people. You
We
know what I'm
afraid to
saying?
throw. We afraid to throw a shout out. We are afraid to throw a shout out because we see a channel that might be bigger than us in there. We worried about them running to them. No, we're not worried about none of that, because over here at Peanut Nola 504 Aborigine channel, we are all one. All of us get the praise over here. All of us. Because we are one tribe. The people that come in my chat, we all together. Ain't no dividing over here. Because that's what's wrong right now. We get our egos, and we cannot get where we need to get. We'll never get to the highest peak. We'll never own our own land. Get our own. Well, these are the things that we'll never learn to do together. We'll never learn together because we so busy wanting to be the head honcho out here.
Everybody want to be a chief, but nobody don't want.
Yeah.
Everybody want to be a chief, but nobody don't want to be an Indian.
Where you at, Nazi? What's going on, bro?
I thought I'd chime in. I said, you know what? You live on the stream. You live on StreamYard right now. I said, yep, I gotta come in. I got to come in. Y'all picked the right day too.
That's right. So what you think about what we're talking about?
Shoot, I'll say for this. For us, what makes it so sad? That is true what you said about our people. Our people, us as melanated people, is sad. Like every other race you see, they not egotistical towards each other. They all get along at the end of the day. Why? How come is it they so not egotistical towards their own race, but we the only race on the planet that's always egotistical towards each other, always in competition with each other? A lot of our own people say we should be together, but why is it And it's sad. And this is facts. Even old dude from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, when he called him I'm not letting some Bel-Air prep school sell out into my fraternity, that message said everything. When he said what he said, it made sense. I'm up here running the same hurdles and running the same races as you. So why is you tripping me up? That makes sense.
Wow.
That makes no sense. Why is us as melanated people tripping each other up for what? For what? For clout,
And we supposed to be trying to reach the same goal. We supposed to reach the same goal. And I want you guys to understand this. I go to this brother, man, Aboriginal Power Channel. Man, I learned so much from that brother. I get up on there and I listen, and the brother got so much passion. We all got teaching methods that are different. I want you guys to understand that all of us, when I listen to Copper, to the original Copper Empress, she got a different way of teaching. When I go up there and I listen to Bronze, he got a different way of teaching. When I go to different channels, everybody have their way of difference. That's what makes our people so original. That's what makes our channels so powerful, because we different. That's what makes us different. Dane Calloway out there, he different. He's out there, he's a history teacher. He's teaching history. He got a different way of teaching. So when we understand how powerful we are as a nation of people, we put it together and stop coming out here for the clout. We'll understand how powerful we all gonna eat. We all gonna eat.
Exactly. We got whole different methods reaching the same goal, but can't put all that together. It makes no sense. Why? You just basically giving to you what your oppressor told, our own oppressors told us for not just decades, centuries of saying we is our own enemy. They are enemy, and it do make sense to what you said. We already know what Caucasian people are. We already know what they feel toward us. Not all of them. Us as melanated brown people, we are our own enemy. We can't get along. We can't even go down the street and have a conversation with another brother for 5 minutes without no confrontation. You can't even go down to the hood store and not even have a small 2-minute conversation, 2 minutes, 5 seconds, without him getting an attitude and shit, looking at you funny. For what?
But you know where that behavior came from, though.
Pitch it, brother.
That behavior came from, if you go back, Malcolm X explained it best. He said that behavior was taught. It wasn't no learned lesson that we did it to ourselves. It was a taught behavior, and the master taught it. And after he had raped the black women and he made his light-skinned children, and they put them in the house and treated them better than the ones outside, that became the distinctive and the separation. So that became a division that they taught. Like, okay, you want to run with them? You can't run with us. So we've been sticking with that for years, all because they treated one better than the other, and the other thought he was better than them, but he was still just the same as us.
Let me read this for you, bro. Give me 1 second. It says, we are currently getting rid of the climate. Controlled weapons in our galaxy. Look up, boo. LOL. All right. Go, Colloidal. We got autotone, autotone. I'm gonna just go with autotone. Look, y'all gotta bear with me on some of these pronunciation. I'm from New Orleans, and I will chop your name out. But salute to you. I want you guys to understand that what's going on is it's a disease. It's a disease. And pretty much what the brother is saying, not all of our people were enslaved. Some were, okay? Some of our Indians were enslaved. Some of our Indians owned slaves. A lot of people don't know that some of our Aborigine Indians own slaves. Okay, so we all messed up in many ways with history. We all messed up in many ways with history. As a lot of us who don't trust on a lot of us. Okay, a lot of us have not been able to build trust. We have so many house Negroes out here. We got so many house Negroes out here who still love master. And I've said this story so many times that it was not Uncle Tom. Uncle Tom Johannes, he was a friend of 100 slaves. But the story was Sambo.
But no, but the slave part, see, folks get the slave part twisted. It wasn't actually slaves. Like you said, it was servants. And a servant had servant too. And a servant was doing things that they could be free. But they got dwelt the illusion that they would be free. And so they served. Didn't know that they was slaving and would never be free. See, if we keep pushing this slave narrative, we will never know that it was just servitude. You can only serve somebody until your time is up and you done serve back what you was owed to the person that owned you. And after you was free to leave.
Yeah, because I want to tell you, brother, what you're saying is so correct, because guess what? That we have been giving these white people so much power, telling them that they are our slave masters, telling them that they had rulership over us. I think it's time for us to stop. I think it's time for us to stop. That's why I tell people, stop watching Roots. Stop watching all these when they have Black history. That's not your history. That history that they got you, we got to get away from that slave mentality of us believing that we were all slaves when all of our tribes were not slaves. So we got to stop empowering these people. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, brother. Nazir, you want to come in? Go ahead.
Yeah, a lot of people don't understand that. A lot of people, our own people, and it's sad because our own people will never wake up until it's too late. That's the problem. And what's so freaking saddening, our own people, we sit here freaking allow this stupid stuff to be taught. We stupidly sit and allow it. We just sit and record it, but don't do nothing about it. It's stupid. Why, instead of sitting there recording a situation, do something about it. Even if it would have cost you something. Even if it cost you something, you saving somebody else's life.
Autotune said it right. Stop calling yourself Black or African American. You can't be Black. You can't be Black because Black is dead, and African American is a name that came in existence only 25 years ago, 1988. There's no such thing of it.
I posted something like that. I said common sense. The definition of Black is absence of color. You're basically calling yourself dead.
Or dark and void.
That's right.
But
the abstract of darkness is light. So everything that is born comes from everything that is light comes from darkness. So who is light?
The only African American, the only real African American I know and I witnessed in my life was Barack Obama.
No, you have never witnessed no African American. First of all,
go ahead, brother.
First of all, people keep putting these statute of limitations on certain people and all the aspects of where they come from. Bruh, this is one world, one continent. Everything is connected and it's together. Ain't no such thing. It's just people. So stop naming yourselves and stop doing that. You are indigenous to the land where you at. That's period.
And the problem is, I have to agree with you, brother. But guess what? That's what they have done through education, these educational systems. They have brainwashed us to believe that we are distant foreigners. This is why we have channels like this to make it make sense. This is why we do what we do. This
But
is why we do what we do. Education.
but but do y'all feel like when we were small, coming up and going to elementary school to high school, they was already socially programming you anyway,
Thank you,
or
Abdul.
even they was already programming you.
The God, 89. Shout out to you. He said, "Look, it said this feel like my kind of church. I like the passion. Preach it, brother." And then another sister said, I mean, I don't know if it's a sister or somebody was saying that they love the. I love your passion. Nothing but love. Yeah, you can't do it without love. What are you here for if you don't do it without passion? I always tell you, you give the people what they want. You cannot come here. You can't come here dragging. That's why it takes me so long to go back on live, because I'm indigenous warrior. Tell you, I didn't fool around and I lose my voice. If I can't give y'all everything, I shouldn't be up here.
I'm like this,
Go ahead.
I'm like this too. At the end of the day, brother, if we don't give a damn about our people, who will?
Who will? Who will?
Now,
Because
white folks, they're not gonna care about us.
they don't. Politically, I keep telling you, these justice systems, politically, all this stuff is for us to set us up to fail. A lot of people don't understand that. All this is set up for us to fail. We are people who have been trapped in a bubble too long. Now we have some great things that we have done in our history. We have done some great things. A lot of stuff gets stolen when it comes down to music, when it comes down to inventions. All our stuff gets stolen. And that was a time because we were naive people. We're no longer going through that no more. We're going to fight up and stand up. It's time for us to stand up and I acknowledge that we are the original people. Acknowledge that we are the supreme being.
But
Exactly.
when you look at it
Ain't no
like
slave
this,
left.
though, too, the first 12 years of your life has been a lot to you. And I'm gonna explain why I say that. The first from kindergarten on up to 5th grade, they was early programming you of their lives and their history. When you got to middle school, they continue to preach the lies to you. You got to high school, they only groomed you and gave you a certificate to say, oh, you graduated, you completed your education of they learned. Now you got to graduate from high school with your 18, 19, 18 years old. Now you spend the last 18 years of learning a system that doesn't even pertain to you. So now you got to unwind, drop that what you learned 18 years of and reprogram yourself to your history now.
And
You got
Exactly. That's the biggest kick.
yeah,
They get you as a kid. They get you as a kid, and then as you adult, they don't want you.
Exactly. When you kid, you absorb everything.
Add to the what indigenous saying, to add to that, like I told people, I said, man, after probably the 5th grade, I slept in every class. The reason I slept in every class and still passed, they taught you the same stuff from there to the 12th grade, other than mathematics and probably English. That's the only thing that. But for history and all that, man, they taught you the same stuff. You could sleep in class and pass everything because they taught you the same thing every year.
Well, you got to understand, it started in pre-K. It started in pre-K all the way up to kindergarten. We're teaching you how to be militant and stay in one defining line, one single line. And they did that with military people all the way. We're doing that to kids all the way to now. Programming you. So what we don't understand, we've been programmed for since little. All of us been programmed.
Yeah, but that didn't happen like you think,
Exactly.
because we didn't stay in line.
The middle schoolers too. Middle school is still in this. Middle school is still is they gotta stand in line. When it comes down to teachers, them teachers be like, stand in line.
And we acted a fool and got out of line.
And guess what? What they do when you go to jail? What they do to you when you go to jail? You got visitation. Get in the line.
Think about it. When you go to jail, they put you in a militant line. These
and
are
put your
these
hands
are
behind your back.
and they've been rather they've been and that's why they have when we think about them abolishing slavery, we're talking about of keeping somebody locked up. That's what
Okay,
the
what they
that's
doing?
what the
What they
prison
doing
system is.
now? What they doing now? They
Keep
putting you back in line.
black Cadillac in the house.
Same
No,
thing. Same
what they
thing. They
doing
just
now? They putting you
modernized
back
it.
in line. They telling you to
They,
stand 6 feet apart,
they,
and they got it marked down on the thing, and you stand there
and,
right behind
and
somebody
they
else in
putting you
line.
right back. They're putting you right back in line, and a lot of people don't understand. That's why I had the brother come on, and he was telling a lot of, and I had somebody tell me, well, man, they didn't have the vaccination came out. How the brother got the vaccination? No, they was experimenting on the brother fool. They were experimenting on him. Okay, he didn't have
Basically,
the actual vaccination didn't come out, but that don't mean he wasn't getting experimenting on.
All I can tell
You
you, you
can't
finna
tell that
start
man.
paying.
You can't tell a man how he feel.
All I can tell you, you finna start paying for oxygen. That's what I'm finna tell you. You finna start doing. You finna have to pay for oxygen.
But we letting them. Look how we
The
do it
Oh,
on.
long,
that's already
hey,
going on through them hospitals. That's already going on
as
with
long
them
as you
freaking
wear the
ambulances.
listen,
mask
They
and
charge you
your
listen, Mike.
$400 for
respiratory,
something you
look,
can breathe in for
Oh no,
as long
free.
as
brothers,
you
oh
wear
yeah.
the mask
Oh no, don't talk
and
all
your
that at one
respiratory
time.
system get messed up and you can't breathe, you gonna have to pay for oxygen. Period.
All right.
And then it's gonna get so big, everybody wearing masks and sucking up all the carbon, and everybody gonna have respiratory problems. And now people gonna have to pay for oxygen.
Well, I
That's
can tell
been
you, they
going on. They've been doing that through ambulances. They charge you
Okay,
$400 for something that
okay,
you could do for
okay.
free.
Now it's gonna become mass production. Finna be mass production.
well, that's why
And
I tell you we let these people cut our trees down. I keep telling you the trees are our protection in Turtle Island. A lot of people don't realize when you allow them to remove all the trees for building homes and they're not planting it back, we are losing our first defense the defense system. And the marshlands, when the marshlands are like down in Louisiana, they're losing so much marshland where they're losing their city. They're losing their city. So what we don't understand is we got to put back the trees, get back to the environment, start protecting the environment. You don't need a damn mask if you got the trees. The oxygen is in the tree.
hello, how can
Exactly.
Mm-mm.
my thing is, how can a white doctor come and tell you about you?
Well, how can anybody? It
My
ain't just a
partner
How
white
can
John.
doctor.
anybody tell us? How can they tell us about us when we already know who we are? But a lot of us, full majority of us, don't even realize we are who we really is. We already of this land, but don't realize it.
But
Because
they still
Exactly.
we still got
they still
brothers
use
around here thinking they from Africa. We still got brothers that
uh,
still living, that still got their mindset, don't want to even think of themselves of being an Indian. They got their mind made up. They want to be down in Ghana. They want to be down in Libya. They don't understand them people don't want them. They don't want them. You can't tell a
Exactly.
fool
I
nothing.
can take
A
a
fool
homeboy of mine to
want to be
freaking
a fool.
Africa, KK Kilowan, and tell him I could literally do this. If it
Hold
were
on,
one day, I would
hold on.
literally do this. I would
I
take a
got one.
homeboy of mine to Africa and tell them, a whole African, and tell you is not of this freaking land. You is not of here. None of your people over there in that area, in that country, is not of here. You are already of your own land. What else should we tell you? What else you think an African gonna tell you? An African ain't gonna sugarcoat that. I could
But
have a
listen,
freaking, I could go to freaking Africa and have them, they'll tell me instantly. I'm already up where I'm already at now.
They already tell you
See
you're
ya.
not. They're the lady, and
Exactly. The sister
they're the
ain't even
lady.
telling us that we of
They're the
somewhere else we at.
They had a lady, my brother. She right now trying to get a plane ticket, trying to make enough money to get back to the States because them people done told her that she ain't a part of their kind. She don't look like them. She not a part of their tribe. She need to go home. You people need to go home. And that's what I keep telling you. You thinking that they love you. If that's the case, why African haven't got your ass all these many years? Why African haven't came and got you, folks? Why they ain't
Exactly.
fought for their
Open
people?
message right there. Free game.
Why you never hear about African fighting the tooth and nails to get their people back to their homeland? And if they did, all the way now in these generations, we're talking about generations and generations and generations.
Man, when people realize they are children of the sun, you know how they had that movie Children of the
Not,
Corn?
and when you say children of the sun,
But
not that
when you children of
S-O-N.
the sun and you can stand out there all day and not be harmed, but they can. That's why they doing everything in their power to keep you out the sun. Quarantine. Stay your butt in the house. They don't want you to get no sunlight. You don't get no strength. You don't get no vitamin D. Your melanin don't grow.
God is a
So,
more in the house.
so you just sit in the
Exactly.
house and
We got
they
chick roots in the house.
they
But
manipulating it, and then they give you all these meats. That's why they give you these fast food restaurants. That's why they give you this um
stop drinking milk. They gotta stop drinking this milk. All that milk is
Exactly.
plus,
Drink silk
plus,
milk, almond milk, or
plus.
coconut milk.
I
Stop
mean,
drinking
people
cow pee.
don't realize this. They're drinking milk.
Natural and processed.
I can't
Natural
hear.
and processed. It's
One at a
natural and
time. I
processed
can't hear.
cow pee you drinking.
I
I
can't hear
mean, you,
y'all.
you
One at a time.
you're drinking what you don't understand what you're drinking. You're drinking the cow defecation. You're drinking the cow urine, and you're also drinking the cow pus. The milk is already the pus, but you're getting the urine. What people don't understand is when the cow is in distress, the cow automatically defecates on itself. So you're dealing with all kinds of diseases right there in that moment, but you're drinking that stuff. You got to
you're
remove and you don't
you're
need that
also
vitamin D. Go
you're
eat you some
also
broccoli.
Exactly. You're
man, you
drinking
also
natural and
you leaving
processed
out
cow pee.
you leaving out you also becoming addicted because they use a drug because they have to make the cow lactate because the only time female can lactate to feed their children is when they having babies, but if they not having babies they have to make them do it, so they shoot them up with drugs. So when you drinking that milk, you say you don't want milk but then you want it because it becomes a drug. That's like sugar. Sugar is more of a drug than heroin,
Woo! Preach it,
crack
brother. Preach it.
cocaine, and anything else.
Woo wee.
You can make a study. They did a study that people on heroin and crack and whatever could not compare to people that was on sugar that went through detox on sugar because sugar is a more important because it's not for your body. Your body cannot release that. No, that's why you got so many diabetics. Your body cannot release that much sugar. Your pancreas cannot handle that. And that's why you have so many diabetics because they fill up on sugar. Sugar is darn near in everything we eat.
Yep.
You go pull up and turn around the bottle on everything you buy. I guarantee you sugar in it.
Especially in bread. So when you eat bread and bread breaks down in your body,
Well,
it
well,
breaks
well,
down
well.
to sugar.
Let me read this. James Rochelle. Let me see. I think James
James
Rochelle.
Rosell. James
Rochelle.
Rosell.
Okay, it said the only thing on the planet that drinks milk is a baby. Now, guess what?
Exactly.
Now, guess what? It's a baby, but it's not the human baby that's supposed to be drinking the animal's milk. Now, you got to understand that how many calories that are in milk. This is why people are obese to the day. They have so much. That's why we carry so much weight when you drink their milk. It's a steroid. It's a liquid steroid of calories. And until we understand that when you eat that, when you drink that stuff, that's what all you drinking is like thousands and thousands of calories.
But did you not know that when you suck the mother tit, the other tit pull out all the stuff that the baby does not need or is gonna harm the baby, and it comes out the other breast so it can suck the good milk out the other breast.
Well, we got some. Wait,
That's why
we
I
got.
tell females to breastfeed.
I want y'all to give some shout outs because we got some people that just came in.
Go
If you
ahead.
can see it in the chat. All right, we got look like we got Denby Institutional 444. I hope I got your name right. Remember, I'm from New Orleans. I am ignorant. LOL. Tony, we got Tony in the house. We got Chief Tony in the house. I'm just looking at some of the new people that just came in. You and I one in the house. Of course, I mentioned
Tony indigenous. Tony indigenous.
Yeah, and then we also got the Black Telepack in the house, and we got Goddess Supreme. We also had Goddess or more in the house. And that's some of the new people that just came in. Okay, let's keep it rolling.
Yeah, I've been saying that. When you drink freaking milk from stores like that little dairy milk, that little, everybody know you get that little red milk and that little blue milk and all that stuff. All of that milk is the same exact type milk. It's naturally nothing but natural processed cow pee with liquid steroids.
I make my own almond milk. I make my own. Now, brother, you can make your own almond milk. Okay, you can make your own almond milk. I tell people a lot of times, soy milk. You can make your own soy milk. You don't have to worry about a lot of these things. Okay, so there's a lot of products you can make without even having to drink cow milk. Okay, but what I'm trying to tell people, there's broccoli. Broccoli has calcium. There's a lot of vegetables that we can replace the calcium with just vegetables. We can replace a lot of that with vegetables. Go ahead, y'all.
But this is what I wanted to say right quick, and I'm gonna pass it on. But y'all don't even look at the bigger picture that from day one.
James said don't eat side. I take that from James. James said don't eat side. That's something I don't know about, but I do know the harm.
Don't do soy. Soy, okay. No.
Yes.
That's dead black people body parts.
All right, I won't drink no soy. Thank you for telling me that. Thank you for telling me that, James. Go ahead.
That's why I drink that milk they got in the stoves. That's why I drink that sugar milk.
We've been lied to from the beginning from the government, because we have to look at the overstand the fact that who came up with the nutrition thing when we was elementary? Who was the number one thing lactose was in elementary? Drink more milk. It builds your bones up. And actually, that's another fucking note. It causes cancer, actually.
Oh yeah.
So now they early program. You drink more milk. You get your you get stronger. You drink milk. We got grown up right here, milk mustache and shit. I don't even know what's really going on. Then you got they're trying to tell you eat more cheese. Which cheese consists of? It's a dairy. From
dairy. It's the dairy. It's milk.
So our whole nutrition they gave us in elementary school was a bunch of bull. You see what I'm saying? And not only just that, I'm going to let y'all know too that Peanut was in line when he said about the Africa kick, because me and him discovered a video where a young brother was at a George Floyd protest. If I'm not mistaken, this was on CNN. And we saw a video where a dude said, my family was already here in America. They shipped us out to Libya. Now we have to find our way back home to America. This came out of his mouth.
Even Whoopi Goldberg even said the same thing. We is already here.
So
who the guy who played as God, the old fella? I can't think of his name.
Morgan Freeman.
Morgan Freeman said, "You better not say I'm not. You better. I don't know no Africa." Morgan Freeman will tell you any damn time that he don't come from no Africa. Morgan Freeman denounced that every time. And see, this is what there's a lot of people like Prince. There was a lot of celebrities who knew who they were. A lot of them who knew that they didn't come from another land. Okay.
Yeah.
So
that's why we have to be careful. That's why they did. That's why we have to be careful.
Yeah, because this message that we got, like the brother, like Chief said, Chief Alex said, that we got to be careful. All you guys out here who teaching this Aborigine movement that has been here even before time was on time, be careful, because like I said, what we're talking about is changing the world, and it's dangerous to their money. It's dangerous to these Pan-African Americans pockets. It's dangerous to these Caucasian people pockets. So be careful when you out here teaching this message, because they don't want us to know this. Trust me.
Exactly.
And we can
Hence
go back.
why
One
Eddie
day,
Griffin said that
We can
best.
go back to
Hence,
Sarnetta. We can go back to Sarnetta. You brought up Sarnetta. We can go back. I remember I watched Sarnetta for years. Starting out. And yes, he was screaming that. And then all of a sudden, Dane Calloway came on the scene, and Jabari and them was in there, and other brothers was in there. And all of a sudden, he changed his pedigree. Then he started running to the side of okay, I'm over here with the Aborigines. Like I said, a lot of these people paid. A lot of these people paid. They ain't natural.
I heard you mentioning Jabari. I heard you were mentioning Jabari, and he got. See, let me tell you something. I don't care how book smart you is, and no offense to the brother. The brother is a little sassy to me. If you know what I mean. A little fuddy duddy a little bit.
Man,
He think
Jabari is a shit show.
the brother think he a historian because he didn't learn some of these Caucasian books, and he thinks he's a historian. And so
He was
watch these people who are out here trying to teach you are African.
he
And
was
when
a
you
shit
look,
show.
yeah, go ahead, brother.
He a shit show. Like me personally, I tell anybody, like, go look up Bobby Hemmett. I mean, they came at that man for years, and I got a lot of information from him that I went and followed up myself. And the same information that they speak, they got it from Bobby Hemmett.
Oh, they
And
sure
then
did.
used it and flipped it and made money off of it. Bobby Hemmett wasn't trying to make no money. That man was broke. But people
Hey,
helped him out because he was doing what he needed to do for the people.
yeah, he died broke.
He ain't dead yet. He in a
I thought
coma.
I thought he was dead.
No,
He's
he
still
ain't
in the
dead. He
coma.
in a coma, but he not dead.
Yeah, and that's
but
the
my
not.
thing is,
Go ahead,
but
they're
my
brother.
gonna try to kill him. They're gonna try to kill him.
but my thing
The
is
white
though,
man gonna
brother,
try to kill
we
him.
have to look at the fact that we have to be aware of these people who they trying to infiltrate us and tell us that we wrong. And remember, it always be our own they go get. So we have to be prepared and vet out the ones who we know out here just for the money. And you and I already know we've been in prison. We've been locked up right now, man, since what, January, March, because of this corona. Y'all know we locked up, but we locked up. We in jail without being charged with a crime. Look at you now. We can only go to work and go home. And if you get caught out in the street,
Peanut,
and if,
can
and
you
if you
turn
get
that back to Peanut, can you turn that back to I can't remember what their name was, but they said the body reacts to, I think that was somebody. But she was saying the truth. I wish you could go back to that right quick.
Devin Intuition 444.
All right,
follow
speak what
what's
she said.
natural, follow what's
She said,
naturally you are
follow what
drawn to.
naturally you are drawn to. Your body speaks to you regarding what it needs and is requiring. Intuitive eating is something we all need. We need to all tap into much more. She
Uh,
ain't lying.
pull,
She ain't lying.
pull that back up because I know she's not lying because I know that for a fact.
I want y'all look mute up your mics. I'm gonna say something right quick. Mute up your mics for 1 second. Okay,
Okay.
look, I'm gonna come on field and tell a lot of you guys something. Okay, if somebody that you see that is doing this Aborigine movement, whatever, and they can't tell their truth, you have to be very weary of that person when they can't tell their truth. Okay, hold on 1 second. Let me let somebody else in. I think somebody went off. Who went off? Oh, Nazia. I think Nazia went off. Okay, look, I want you to understand when you're able to tell your truth, it empowers, it makes you a stronger person. So I want you to understand, I fought for many years with high blood pressure. And I had after Katrina, I ended up with high blood pressure at 30 years old. I'm 45 years old right now. So I want you to understand that it became hereditary. Now, a lot of things, what we like to eat is killing us. Fried foods. Once I eliminated fried foods, my blood pressure gotten way better. I had started using natural herbs. I use natural vegetables like beets. Beets help me. Okay, so a lot of people and a lot of people say they don't use garlic, but I use garlic, and garlic help my blood pressure. Now, what we have to understand, I'm one of these people. If I don't know something, it does not mean that I can't be a strong enough man to sit here and learn from another person. I'm willing, like I said, like when y'all told me about soil, I didn't know that. So me being one thing that I want you guys to realize, to be a great chief, you have to be a great listener, and you can't be arrogant, learning things because you feel like you didn't teach it. You get mad because somebody teaches you something that you don't know. We can learn from every one of us. All of us can learn. There's so much we can learn from each other. We got to move our ego to the side. We have a lot of narcissism people out here in our conscious community, and we just got to move away from that. Go ahead, y'all, brother. Y'all can come on.
Okay, but back what the sister was saying. I wish you could pull that back up, but for the food goals, she wasn't lying because like when I went through that transition, man, your body reacts a whole totally different way to what you eat. And when you pounding yourself with all these processed foods that you get out of the grocery stores and stuff, man, you can feel the difference. But when you go into a natural eating habit and you get energy and you don't need but 4 hours of sleep, and then you still wake up energized and you can't sleep because the energy is there. Your body is cleansed. You go to the bathroom, you don't smell nothing. You know what I'm saying? Because your body is cleansed. But when you eating all that raw food that dead, you dead. You putting dead
But just,
food in your body.
but just like Chief James said, we could start today. See, this is what we got to understand. For us to overcome our demons, we got to start somewhere. There's somewhere in your life where things got hard. You gained overweight. You used in high school. You were so fit, and you had a couple of babies, and then all of a sudden, your man not looking at you right no more. Your man sitting there looking at you crazy, looking at you because you gained weight. Well, you forgot that it was your man who caused you to get big. You didn't do it by yourself. You had to do it with somebody who did it with you. So both of y'all gained weight. You just didn't take the time to look at that process of that person. Stop letting people pull you down. Stop letting people take things from you. Because that's what happens as a nation of people. We allow others to take from us. So when we get back, we can start today on living a good life. You don't have to wait until next week. You can start today. Go get your blender. Go blend you up some good vegetables and good fruits and vegetables. Go ahead, brother.
Chief, for all the females that's on here, I know what you're saying about gaining weight, but I'm gonna tell you, 90% of them that told me the story, they didn't gain that weight until them folks gave them shots of birth
Hey,
control.
you
I
ain't
put them on
lying,
that
bro.
thing, and
You
and
ain't lying.
then they start gaining that weight, not to have no more kids, and then they got big like that.
And the
Listen,
Now
birth
I don't
control
know if
stuff
that's
don't
true or
even
not
work like
because
they
I'm
think
not
it
a
do.
female. I'm not
and
a
I'm gonna tell you right
female.
now. I'm gonna tell you how I know you're not lying, bro. Because my oldest daughter, my wife gave her, brought her to the doctor to get a birth control. So whenever
She
it
be
must,
low
I'm
indigenous.
a
It's
man,
also
so
radioactive.
I need
Radioactive.
I need the women in the chat to help me out if I'm correct or wrong. I'm not a man. I'm only on off the instinct. Don't come at your hatches with me now. Let me get this out though. My oldest daughter, she's to be 21 next month in February. But my wife did put her on birth control shot, but she was small. So as she progressed on years went on, and she got the birth control, it swelled her up. So I don't know
Yeah,
what was
it's
in that
steroids.
shot.
It's steroids, brother. They're putting
So,
steroids.
so, so the shot did swell her up, but it also stopped her monthly mother come
Period.
through. So I ain't want to say that. I just said the monthly mother come through. It stopped it
I
there.
mean,
But your
the women
body,
in here, they know. They know.
but your body as a
A
female
South
is
winning house.
is not
South winning
designed
house.
to. It's not designed to stop your monthly friend to come. Your body is when a woman gets her monthly visit, that's to cleanse her body. So when you putting that shot in you, it's stopping the natural of your body. So when you do decide to get off the shot and have a baby, and you go back to without that shot, you go back to your natural ways. That's why the woman, her flow be so heavy, so that she be like a nigga that shot her in a you know what, because the flow is so heavy. That's from years of being backed up.
It's irregular.
Look at these chiefs up here on the panel talking about women.
But hey, that's my point. After being with my wife 18 years, you start paying attention after 4 or 5.
I was gonna say, but
That's right.
he's describing like in order for us to get up, like I said,
Somebody dropped the link. Somebody dropped the link so James can come on the panel. Hold up. Somebody dropped the link so James Roussel can come on the panel. James would like to say something, so
I'm gonna do
definitely
it right
come
now,
on.
brother.
Yeah, like Chief Indigenous saying, you cannot have this kind of conversation without a woman. We cannot have this period without a woman perspective on our team, because we all men, but without a woman perspective, how we gonna know how to contribute or go forward without them being by our sides, when all us, for as I know, on the panel are married and we got a woman by our side. So I mean, without a woman presence or thoughts, I mean, how we gonna really figure? So bringing this up really bring the women in to, you know what I'm saying, get a point of view and let them know that we really care, because we want to know, like, because we trying to stop what they doing to them, because they really after them. They want to kill us off, and they want them.
Southwind said, not true for all women, though. Let's be clear, gentlemen. Southwind can come on this panel. I ain't even going to argue you.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying, just let them come on, because, you know, we just talking from men point of stand. We need a woman point of stand.
That's why I say, don't beat me up. Don't beat me up.
Exactly. That's why I said when it came down to the political thing.
That's why I said what I said. I'm telling you from what I saw and what I experienced being with my wife over 18 years, you start noticing things. But that's why I say all women are different. So like just to say, it's different. So with that being said, you help me understand a little bit more, you know, because every woman is different. But I'm telling you what I have some.
Hey, fellas, mute up your mics. We got a James coming on, so I want everybody to let James. He's very new to the on the panel, so we want to hear James fully. So everybody, mute up your mics. Go ahead, James.
Hey, everybody, how y'all doing? Not too long getting off work today. So, hey, I want to just piggyback on what you were saying about healthy eating, and I don't know if everyone is familiar with colloidal silver. Colloidal silver will kill all the diseases known to man. So if anybody here got problems with your thyroids, cancer, AIDS, herpes, measles, mumps, you name it, it'll kill it. Leukemia, multiple sclerosis, silver kills all of that. You should learn how to make colloidal silver. Now, if you have
we can't buy that in the store, right? We can't get that.
You have to order it from what's it called?
Life.
I know the guy name you talking about. He
Dr. Sebi had it?
No, it's not Dr. Sebi. It's darn. I'm gonna go have to pull it up, but I know who he's talking about.
Is it some kind of way, my brother? Are you on Instagram?
Yeah, but I ain't too familiar with it. I'm Facebook though. I'm on Facebook.
You're on Facebook, okay? Some kind of way. I'm gonna have to give you my email.
No, I put my phone number in the back chat.
Yeah, that's a lot of silver.
That's something I need you to share with me. And once we do that, maybe I could try to make it on live.
You can make it. I got videos of me making it, so I can show you how to make my version.
We want you to make it. Would you like to come on the show and have a day where you get up on here and make it for us?
Man, outstanding. Yes, brother. Yes, yes. Outstanding day. You tell me
Yeah,
when you want me.
yeah, because you would know it better than any of us. Because I don't. Another product that I use that has been great for me is black seed oil.
Black seed
It's
oil is good.
yeah, yeah. So I've been using that for a long time. Matter of fact, black seed oil has. I had a cousin of mine who had diabetes and no sign or trace because I've been using that.
Yeah, man.
So,
Use the black seed oil with some angiographics and see what happens. There
oh
you
my
go.
goodness. Well,
Yeah,
look. You teaching me some stuff, so
yeah.
we gonna have you gonna be our nature indigenous brother. You gonna be our
Well,
we
let
need
me give you out a little bit more.
gonna be the nature chief.
So the elements is built for us. It only works for us. It don't work in these white people. They try to say it does work, but they don't have the same results. But if you were to take colloidal gold, you would raise your thinking ability. You would remember things from your childhood. I'm talking about when you was months old. Um, if you have a child that has autism, if you were to give them colloidal silver and the colloidal gold, you will see an improvement with that child over time. So right now, even my homeboy, he here, he know my homegirl Cece. She have a son George that's autism, but we got him outside riding bicycles, playing basketball. He learned how to drive a car. His only
Wow.
his only
Big bro.
problem is the coordinate, where when he has to multiply or add, he's not good with numbers. That's the only thing messes him up. But you would not know he was a person of autism just by talking to him. You would not see that anymore.
Big
Oh
brother
my
James.
That's
Big
right.
brother James.
Yes, sir.
Uh, I know for a fact that you telling the truth, and I know but here's the thing, it's done got real popular,
That's why
and
you got to make your own.
like the only dude I fool with, I know for a fact he got still the original, but he catching hell trying to get the original orders out because now they done found out and they not trying to let it out. So you can't just go no anywhere and get it because if you do, it's probably not the real thing.
Correct. It's going to be 10 parts per million. You need at least 30 parts per million, up to 50 parts per million, depending on what type of bacteria you're dealing with. So if someone is dealing with something with like HIV, it makes the immune system attack itself. So with HIV, it gets into your organs and everything. So the doctors don't tell you that HIV is an anaerobe, and everyone should research the word anaerobe.
Panero.
Yes, sir, anaerobe. All diseases are anaerobes, and sugar feeds all
And
anaerobes.
all diseases
Exactly.
and creates mucus.
Now, when you research anaerobes, you're going to start going into the United States Patent Office. You're going to start seeing how they created AIDS and how the cure for AIDS is also created by the same doctors. And
Exactly. I
they laid
mean,
on. Mhm.
okay,
Shout
Dr.
out,
Sebi,
shout
he
out for
was
Freedom
killed for a
Moore. Shout
reason
out for
because
Freedom Moore.
Dr.
Mhm.
Sebi was taken off the map for a reason because simple fact, he was getting out the basics of curing your body of AIDS or any other disease. He said there's
Mhm.
only one disease, and that's mucus. If you got mucus, you got disease in your body. So
Anaerobe is mucus.
exactly. So here's my thing that I tell people: like when I get sick, I go on a 3-4 day fast. I won't eat nothing. I drink straight distilled water
Mhm.
and I won't eat nothing and I just flush my system out.
Mhm.
And then if I feel bad after that, that means I really done caused the problem. So I have to go further. But usually after them 3-4 days, I flush my system out, clean all that out. I'm good. I just drink
Yeah.
distilled water and get all that disease out, get that mucus out. It's clean.
Now
But
remember, distilled water is to pull away. So yes, to take out, but don't stay on the distilled water once you're
yeah,
finished with the
yeah,
bath.
yeah, I
Go
know
back.
that because
Uh,
yeah,
let,
you,
let me hear. Hold on, Alex. Let me hear him. Ask him. Let me hear what he said. Why not to? Go ahead, brother.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. What was the question?
Go ahead. Explain to me why not to drink so much distilled water. The
Oh,
audience want to know.
Yes,
So I just
sir.
wanted you to finish up with what you was trying to say. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Distilled water, you need to look at it as a medical water. It is when you're trying to rid the body of any type of poison or bacteria, whether it's chickenpox, measles. Distilled water helps with that. But if you stay on distilled water, it weakens your bones. Okay, so at some point you have to go back to the alkaline water. Go back to the birth water you was born in. Go 10 alkaline, pH 10. Go back to the way.
Wow. The brother
Correct.
said. The sister said down here that you could. 44. 444 said you could drown your cells off of distilled water.
Correct.
that's if you overdose, just like any
Yeah.
other drug. I mean, you
Right.
use anything too much, it's too much.
No, no,
Right.
no, no.
That's
Look,
why I
look,
said
I'm
medical.
educated. Y'all educated me because I have drunk a gallon of distilled water because I was just I don't know. No, I did that before. But you telling me this is educating me. Okay, so go ahead, brother. Y'all go ahead on and talk. Go ahead.
Yes. So if you take alkaline water, it has more oxygen in the water per molecule. So drinking that water will give your body more oxygen, and and of course your body needs the oxygen to create the white blood cells. So by
Okay.
drinking out of other bottled water they have out there, your boy Lil Boosie, he did a video on all the waters. You can see all the waters that was acidic, and him and two other brands was the only real water companies that was making qualified water.
facts. I saw that.
Now let me
Hmm.
ask you a question about
And
this
he
collide.
had I'm a, but he had to do that because Boosie had to do that because simple fact, Boosie is a diabetic and Boosie don't want to give up what he be doing, so he really couldn't flush his body out like he wanted to and cleanse himself of diabetes. So that's why he
Well,
went
it takes a
to
little bit more. It depends how far along you are. My girlfriend, she has. Oh yeah, I'm trying to find a rap right now. My girlfriend, she has diabetes, and the way we control her insulin shots, because we're trying to get her off the insulin, is how much colloidal silver we give her, and how to regulate her sugar. So we have to, watch what she eat all the time. So, in my house we eat a lot of vegetation before
Yeah,
we have the
yes, me
rice
too, me too,
and the
I,
meats and everything. We
me
we
too.
run from chicken. Your boy T-Pain put a video out. They feed all chicken maggots. It's $1 billion industry with a letter B, billion. And
I
T-Pain put the video out, and he goes to the company. He shows them how they create the maggots from the flies, and how they feed it to the chickens. So if the chickens are eating maggots and you eating the chickens, then you become
you getting the
parasitic,
maggot
and
too.
that's how the diseases are staying in your
So,
body.
Yeah,
and
I want to
so
tell.
I know
I want
you
to tell. Hold on.
no
Want to
no
ask
no.
Alex? Alice, hold on 1 second. I had
Mhm.
see I've been very. I grew my own foods. Okay, so I'm a I got I'm a garden guy. Okay,
Mhm.
I grow my own vegetables. But what I want to say is this. I got real into it the last couple of years. I lost my sister to cancer.
Mm.
Lost my mother to cancer. At 10 years old, my blood daddy to cancer. So I think that the attack on our people is really bad. So what I'm saying when you talk about this Colloidal water, I mean
Colloidal silver.
A lot of
uh,
silver.
that whatever this stuff that you're talking, that's going to be something I'm really interested in. Like I said, we talked about this before about how the cancer is attacking certain foods that we're
Hmm.
eating, and we have and a lot of our brothers and sisters are drinking cow milk. We talked about that
The
earlier,
Hmm.
and
what
drinking all that pus and all the stuff that and then now you coming up with the chicken with the maggots. Okay, this is what for those
Unless
who
it's
don't.
a natural chicken. Like, do you grow your own chicken? Do you feed your own chickens?
No, we stopped
No,
eating
I'm
pig.
talking to peanut. I'm talking
Oh,
to peanut.
No,
Do you
no,
do you
no. I would assume if you got your own chickens and you feed them seed products, you would not have to worry about maggots and stuff. So
yeah,
my
you
my,
won't have to
my
worry.
advice,
That's
yeah,
why I
because
was asking.
I am ordering a bunch of chickens. Okay, so but
Okay. If
it's
you
crazy y'all
no,
saying that.
don't order
It's
no
crazy y'all
chicken.
saying. No, but I'm
Don't
gonna have my
order
own.
okay.
No, they
Okay.
chicks. They
If you
chicks,
gonna
brother.
do that, just get you a natural rooster. Go to a farmland with somebody that got a farmland.
About
Get
how
you a
you feed
rooster.
them. It's about how you feed them, brother. It's how what you put
I know
inside them.
that, but I'm
The
saying you
same
don't
as
want
they.
nothing from no processed plant. You don't want nothing from no
I'm looking
processed
at it.
plant.
I'm looking at it.
Go to your farm plant, get you a processed rooster. I mean, get you a farm rooster and get you a farm chicken, and man, you good.
Right.
And then you can feed them whatever. But if you go
For
to that
those that,
processed plant, they still pump. But
for those
for the
in the
colloidal
chat,
silver, what he talking about? I'm gonna tell you what he talking about because that colloidal silver, it got a lot of nutrients in it that attacks a lot of stuff and the minerals, the like in your body. The reason it called colloidal silver, your body is made up of um
all you need.
elements,
okay,
elements of the
we got
earth.
another post and we got to just stroll up institution 444. Just stroll up and you can come on in. I thought she said she's gonna call in. You are definitely welcome to the panel. This is what I love about my channel. We are definitely an educational channel. Okay, we are another brother that comes on here. Well, I'm surprised he's not here right now, but we have another brother, indigenous warrior. What his name? The young brother who came on. He
About
inspiration,
healing
inspiration.
through
Healing,
inspiration.
healing through inspiration. Boy, I would love for him to show up right now.
Yeah.
Man, this is a powerful panel, man. This is a
Yeah,
powerful panel.
Mr. James ain't slipping
I
though. So that
I
health
would have
wise,
never thought about this. So tell me what it is again. You guys are saying it's colloidal what?
Colloidal
it's colloidal
silver.
silver. Like
Colloidal
it's
silver.
elements that it goes with your body. Like
Right.
the elements in your body, it goes to your body. So like stuff that is not needed, like if you take it and you're enduring stuff like your body going through transitions, you've been eating all this
Everybody,
poison for years,
look,
it cleanses it out.
Alex, when you get a chance, subscribe to Aboriginal TV. For those who are on a panel or subscribe to Aboriginal TV. Everybody in the chat, please subscribe to this brother channel. Like I said, that brother tell it like it is. Half of what we were talking about was some of the stuff he's going through right now. Okay, so we talked about a lot of that early on in the beginning of the show. But I'm telling you guys, man, so much we are learning from each other, and I want you to do a demonstration, Mr. James, like a live demonstration on how to make this stuff. When you know if you don't mind,
Yeah,
when you get a chance,
I
next
don't
time I
mind.
get you, come on.
Right. I don't mind. I just want to show y'all these are 2 silver rods.
Okay,
You can get them on Amazon right now for about $40. And
2 silver rods.
not 9.999% pure. As you can see, I just took a plastic box and a speaker terminal from some speakers. I'm trying to find the camera. There we go. You can see that's an old speaker terminal. So it don't take, genius to make it. You know what I'm saying? You can come up with, you can just wrap the wire around the 2 metal bars and just stick the bars in the cup of water and just let the rods do the water that way. Okay. And all you need to do is buy you 6 9-volt batteries. 6 9-volt batteries. They give you
Energizer. I like that. Go
right.
ahead.
They give you 54 volts. So all you have to do is sit these rods in the water for 1 hour. They're 1 hour with 54 volts for 1 hour in 1 gallon jug of alkaline water. And one 32-ounce cup to 1 gallon of water, you will make 50 parts per million of colloidal silver, and your water should turn dark purple,
All right, bro.
reddish color. But that's what you take if you really trying to battle something. Okay, that's how strong I make it for people. I want you walking around.
Let me tell y'all something. This is cheap. This is what I'm talking about our people.
I
Our
do right now.
ancestors are so creative. This is why I told you there is no tribes like the Aboriginal tribes. There's no people like us. Look at this man. I mean, this is unbelievable. There's no people like us.
Then your alkaline water, you gotta have your
Crosby in the house. Cosby in the house.
Now, if y'all don't have the expenses to get what he's saying, because he is actually right.
Okay.
But if y'all don't have the expenses, go get you some kale. Go get you some kale.
Let him finish.
Kale.
Let him finish this demonstration, brother. Brother, let him finish this. Brother, I'm gonna let you get your chance. Let him finish his demonstration. He's still trying to show everybody.
You're right. There are two instruments you're gonna need. This yellow one is the pH level. It'll tell you how alkaline your water is, and you want the highest number you could possibly get. 10 is where I prefer you to be at, and that'll get you a long way. Okay. This next instrument, this right here tells you how much silver particles you have in the water after you finish making it, because you need to know how many parts per million you have in the water. That's very important to know so you don't take too much. Okay, this one is called a TDS, and it reads the parts per million. Okay, the tester, and both of these you can get them together for $6. As a, they'll come together as a pair, for $20. Okay. Now, if you can look, you see how I did my batteries? I hooked the positive to the negative, positive to the negative, positive to the negative. This end is negative. Well, this end is positive, and then this end over here is negative. And you want to run a wire from here over to the rod. So I'm like that on camera. There we go. So you can see I got a little wire here. The one wire will go here. The other wire will go on top, okay? And then you would just come watch it for like 15 minutes, because you're going to get a lot of particles in the water, and you don't want them to make a bridge between the two silver rods. So you just have to, keep moving the water around until the process goes out, okay? Now, when you make a cup of concentrated colloidal silver, your tester will not read it properly. The colloidal silver break will be too high for proper reading. It's going to give you some crazy number. So it just lets you know it's just too concentrated. Your water will look like Georgia red clay. It's going to be a reddish liquid. Doesn't look like it's safe to drink. We'll say that. Okay. But you would mix that with 1 gallon. This 32-ounce cup with 1 gallon of alkaline water, and you'll see the change reaction in the water, and then you can go ahead and take. Now, what I do to add to the silver, if you take too much silver, it kills good cells with bad cells. So to get around that, you need an ozone machine to get those cells out so it won't get sick. And you get that. Well, y'all make me pull it all out. All right. Whoa. I'm about to pull the whole powder down. Okay. This is an ozone machine. I learned about this one with the HIV emergency act plan they have for Europe. Back in 2018, they gave everybody with HIV ozone machines to kill their HIV. But this also will give your body oxygen, and it will be electrified. So I do this to electrify the colloidal silver water, but you can't do them at the same time. You can only add this in the alkaline water by itself to get it to work right. So when you do that, though, you're gonna feel the difference when you drink the water. You're gonna feel well hydrated. You'll be able to walk many miles. You'll go farther. You'll run farther. You'll be able to do anything more than you used to do. I promise you, if you get this machine. And all you have to do is they got them on eBay. They don't cost a lot, anywhere from like 40 to $100. You know, but this is a keeper. And so if you got Caucasian in your family and they can't take the colloidal silver because they got the blonde hair and the blue eyes, silver will be poison to them. So you put them on the ozone machine. But they need the ozone to go into the veins. They need it intravenously. So they would have to go to a clinic to get that done. And I guess another show I actually make some, because it take time. But if y'all want me to do it this show, I will. You just let me know.
Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna have you on that. Now let's get the perspective. Now we're gonna go with the vegetable perspective from Alex. Go ahead, Alex.
Well, he right and he doing that's the long way. But if you want a simplified way, go get you some kale, go get you some ginger. You get your kale, your ginger, you mix them together and make it like a tea. Put it together, boil it up. It's a nasty taste, but I mix mine with a little apple juice to kill the taste. But man, it give you energy and it cleans your body. So if y'all want a simple way, that's the simple way. But his way is better. It's more stronger than what I'm saying because that colloidal silver is a whole lot stronger. But I'm just telling you a simple way. If you don't have the money or just go get you some kale, boil it real good, get you some ginger, cut it up nice and thick, mix it in with it, bottle it up, get you something to make the taste it a little bit. Tastes a little better because kale is a strong taste. I use apple juice, or my homeboy taught me to use apple juice, and I use apple juice and I mix it up and I drink it like that. And that's the simple way I can give it to you. But if y'all want to use what he said, it's way better. But I'm just giving y'all a simple way to get that same effect. And in a least amount of time. But his is way stronger than mine.
Oh well, let me tell you something. All these things that you're showing are going to be helpful for our people. And matter of fact, I'm glad I got your number, brother, because now we're gonna get a whole day. Well, we're going to have a lot of products. I'm going to get a lot of people to come on, Aboriginal people. Anything that we can teach to go against some of these diseases, I'm with y'all. Hold on one second. Let me see if I got anybody else ready to come in the room. No. But anything that you got in mind that can cure for some of these worldly man-made Caucasian deals that we can work on. Because like I said, I got a COVID-19 tea that some people have told me that they have never tasted something like that. It pretty much wipe all their colds out, wipe anything a fever out. So I got a strong tea out there myself. So we're gonna get on here and we're gonna present a day where we're gonna just present all our natural substance. So I think this is gonna be great, man. This is gonna be great. Can I get the link to join? Cause somebody join Indigenous Warrior. Could you drop the link, brother? Indigenous warrior.
I think his mic's
What's up,
muted.
bro?
Could you drop the link, brother? We got somebody else coming on.
I bet.
Yeah, man, this is
Oh yeah,
this.
free
What you
game.
think? I said, what you think about this?
Man, that just blew my mind. Colloidal silver. Here's another piece. So here's some free game. You know that every disease has been man-made through shots, right? They had this female British, I forgot the name of the sister. They went after the sister though. They went after this white sister though because she told the whole truth about the COVID thing. She
Right.
told every disease, from man-made disease, every natural disease has been man-made and naturally processedly created through biochemical diodes, biochemical diode-based, what's the word I'm looking for? Diode-based processes, meaning they create the stuff through needles. How in the freaking world do you think through Africa, aka Kilawan, all them Africans got all the freaking HIVs and STDs and AIDS? They shot that stuff in them. All that stuff was never natural. It was man-made to kill you. They have the freaking cures for all the freaking diseases, AIDS, STDs, sickle cell, tuberculosis, sickle cell. They're just not gonna put it
Okay.
out for us because they're gonna
Hold
kill
on.
us.
Hold on 1 second. Sis, could you turn your mic down? Where she went? I think she went somewhere. She got to come back on. We lost her.
Yeah,
She'll come back on. Yeah. Yeah, because I heard
Big brother. What's Big brother chief name?
James.
James.
Yeah, Chief.
Okay. He said some things that me and Donald like to watch a lot of TV shows, and what he said they done portrayed in TV shows. And I watched one TV show my wife and them were watching, and it was called United something. But anyway, they told the kids that they was gonna do some dentistry on them, and they went in there and they shot them up, but they injected them with something. And two of the boys were twins, so he went and took a second injection because he didn't want to go. And then they couldn't find him, but the other boy developed all the other stuff, and they were checking him out. So, long story short, like, they put a lot of stuff in movies, TV shows that they want to do to us, and then we don't even adhere to what they signaling out, even though we watch a lot of television. So, like, why would we give ourselves up to let them shoot us up with some stuff after years of being shot up with stuff, and the results are all the same? We always end up in a fucked up situation.
That's right. Let everybody. That's everybody. Let's mute the mics. We gotta Chief this on here. Let's go.
Okay.
Go ahead, Chief this. Institution 444. Go ahead, Chief this.
Her mute must be muted. Her mic must be muted. I'm sorry.
You can come on now. Come on, sister.
Hey, I'm sorry, you guys. I keep getting like a repeat, like an overlapping of.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna mute my mic. Everybody mute your mic.
Getting like a super lag right now.
Wait, is she listening to YouTube?
Yeah, are you next to your computer or something?
I'm on my computer. I don't know. Let me try and get off. I'll try it again. I'm sorry, you guys.
Okay, that's all right. Take your time.
Okay, I'll try it again. Hold on. Let me try and get off. I'll try it again. I'm sorry, you guys.
Okay, that's all right. All right, we're gonna wait. She's gonna get the mic. Keep go back. Indigenous warrior, you've been quiet. What you got to say, brother?
Oh no! Hey man, school was in session, and I gotta take notes. I can't be letting the teacher pass out information. I don't take my notes because it was very interesting to me about this subject. I never knew anything about I knew
I never knew. I knew about a lot of stuff, but I didn't know nothing about Colloidal silver. And I'm telling you, this is why this is the
Neither did
best
I.
thing out there.
It came out and it's been a massive product. But anything that's a massive product, people catch attention to it, and
That's right.
especially the medical field.
And I know
So
you got
now
mad.
you got to be cautious of where you get consolidated. Like Brother James was showing you, make it on your own, because simple fact is it's commercial now. And so
It's
if you
gonna be
go get it,
watered down.
it's probably 9 times out of 10, it's not gonna be the real thing.
No, it's gonna be watered down.
So that's why I came in. I said, if you really want to feel good and you want to cleanse your body, that's why I just came back with the original effects. If it's not even close to Colloidal silver, the one that, but man, that kale and that ginger, mixing it up together, making it like a tea and drinking it, you good. You good.
And I ain't gonna
Okay,
lie
hold
though.
on. Everybody close your mics. We're gonna let the sister back on. Hold on 1 second. All right, we got it together.
Okay,
All
how
right.
is it, you guys?
All right. There we go. Now I'm gonna mute
I
my mic.
figured it out. I'm sorry. So I love this panel. I just want to say, it's a really good panel. This is my subject. Like, this is my life subject. I'm still getting a lag.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Has anybody got their mic on other than her? Is everybody mute? All right. You try it now. Try it now, sis. Everybody mute. All right. You try it now.
Okay. Okay.
Try it now, sis. Everybody mute.
All right. So there was a few things that I had seen that we were discussing. Food, just the stuff that we eat as far as meat. If anyone notices, it's all female, down to chicken. Why are we consuming so much female? So are we in lack of the great mother? Down to chicken. Why are we consuming so much female?
Peanut, that's you. Peanut, that's you.
It's not me because I'm muted. It's not me. I'm gonna step out and see. I'm gonna step out and come back in, y'all.
Me
Y'all,
for some reason, I don't know.
I'm gonna step out and come back in. Let me see. I'm gonna step out and see. I'm gonna step out and come back in, y'all.
For some reason, I don't know.
I'm gonna step out and come back in. Let me see.
Well, while we waiting on him to come back in, we can just keep going and see if it's him who has
All right,
a
I'm back.
issue.
I'm back.
I don't hear nothing.
And
I don't hear nothing
when I
now.
talk to y'all, it's definitely not me, because when I talk to y'all, it's we not having this problem. It's just us up here. So I don't hear the feedback no more.
She must have a feedback where the internet is the YouTube still playing, and she have to pause it or get on YouTube.
Yeah, if you're on a phone, if you're on your phone and dealing with the computer at the same time, then it'll probably cause a problem.
Yeah, appreciate. But like I was saying though, brother, I didn't know about none of this information here. This is all new. Much as I talked to Brother Plummer, he never ran this information across me.
First of all, you never asked, Chief.
That's the truth. That is true.
Chief, you never asked. Cause
I apologize.
like I told you,
Information
I
is
told you
everything.
from the beginning, Peanut. If you go back, I told you to go back and research Peanut videos. Before he made 40 subscribers, I was the first one on there talking about high blood pressure and what I did to deal with the problem. Now you can ask him, he right there, and then you can go back and research his videos from the first one. I told him what I did to handle my blood pressure problem.
I just want to tell. I want to tell her if she want to try again, you can try again. You don't have to apologize. This is computers. We all got a problem. It's called technical difficulty. You can come back on. You're definitely welcome. We were actually excited on hearing what you had to say because from what I did gather, you said why they always eating the female chicken? Why they always eating the female everything? That
Okay.
I want to answer that.
I
want to know too.
Peanut, you weren't the only one that caught that.
I caught it. She said, why?
Now, look. Okay, we all men on the panel, right?
That's right.
All right.
And we all done. No, we not finna get in that. But anyways,
where you going at, brother? Where you going at, brother? Where you going at? You ain't got problems right now, huh? You're sipping on grandma's tea right now. Huh? Go ahead on, bro.
I'm just saying, you gotta accept the fact of what I'm pretty sure she probably finna bring to the table. Cause at the end of the day, it's been said over and over again. Ain't no man without the female.
Exactly.
So when I heard that statement, and I don't know how she wanted to bring it, but what I felt like she was gonna bring it as, like, okay, y'all will sit there and y'all eat everything that come from a female, but you don't respect the female.
Tony said,
you don't respect the female. So
Tony said this.
Why would we waste our time? Why would I'm just saying why would we waste our time? I'm talking like a female. Why would we waste our time dealing with y'all when y'all sit here and y'all eat everything from a female, but then disrespect every aspect of a female?
Exactly. Hence why it's called Mother Earth.
Well, when she get back on, explain her side of the story.
I want to hear her interpretation. I
want to hear that girl. I want to hear her. She about to drop a whole bunch of jewels today.
She came in.
I'm pretty sure this is what she was gonna drop because she was just finna explain to y'all. She was finna explain to y'all why.
We back on. Let's mute her mic.
Oh, there you go. Let's mute the mic.
Everybody, she back on.
Everybody mute their mic and let it go.
All right, I got this now, guys. I'm sorry, this is like the first stream I've actually been on as far as a panel, so I didn't realize I had to clock out of the YouTube that I was streaming off of, so I got it now. We should have no trouble.
No, you good. I hear you good. No, you good.
But, I mean, you guys were definitely hitting on what I was trying to get to. So we were talking initially about the female. We were talking about, how meat. We were talking about meat. Well, a lot of people don't associate meat with how, what type of meat it is. You feel me? So when we eating chicken is nothing but a female, okay? In a male-ran society. Now, what is the main, what pushes all of this male type of energy is the suppression of the female. But now people are waking up to the mother that everyone has lost, the great mother. So at the end of the day, we were talking about, in the beginning, we were talking about, foods, and we were talking about healing foods. Now, we were talking about soy, which kind of goes into the spectrum of like the death of the alpha males, for instance. Soy, it actually wreaks havoc on your body. And soy is just an estrogen mimicker, y'all. So what are we feeding so much female? Like, you got to understand, everything that we consume is literally female based. But with the exception of bison meat, which is male, okay? And I would say, like, if you're eating rooster, which, I don't really hear people eating so much rooster, but even a turkey is female. Like, Why are we eating so much female? Yeah, there's a misbalance in everything, and that's been one of the biggest subject that people don't want to actually realize, is that what we eat is what we actually do become. And I hate to say it, but a lot of our males have been so suppressed from being the alpha males that they should be, because they fall into beta stimulation due to all of the over process of soy in the food, due to eating so much chicken. Like, this is all female. This is all a female energy. Now, what gets things to actually flow in motion into the physical is the female energy, yo. This is why they suppress the females from having such a big voice. And I'm not standing up for just females, but this has been going around since it's been going around. Like, this is facts right here. And it just shows. It shows. Why are we so adamant? Like, every time a chicken sandwich comes out, people are drawn to that. You know what I'm saying?
Empress, can I say something?
Go
Empress, can I
ahead,
say
speak on
something? All right. I'm finna add in with you. I'm agreeing with you.
it.
But here's what Joker's finna get mad at me. I hate eggs. You wanna know why I hate eggs? Men eat eggs. Women eat eggs, a lot of people, but they just don't know what eggs are. They are a chicken ministration. You eating a chicken ministration. So you telling me you'll eat your wife ministration? But they say, nah, I
Man,
ain't
bye.
that.
Ruin
But you eat
eggs for
it.
me, man.
I'm just telling you what it is. I'm proving her point. I'm proving her point.
Uh,
Because, like I said, you want a woman point of stand on this page? She on here, and I'm proving her
let,
point.
well,
Why we act so
well,
ignorant?
well,
Because, huh? What you want?
let my brother let her finish.
I'm just
Now you got something to say, but you know, so at the end of the day, you got to remember, where did you come from? You came from a sperm, but within that, you came from an egg. So at the end of the day, everything actually goes back to the egg. And the egg is a symbology of the womb. It's a female. So at the end of the day, we always praising the female, but we always trying to suppress the female. How does that work? How does that
so
work?
Peanut, you trying to suppress me for backing her up for what she said. I mean, ain't nothing she
Well,
said
y'all
No,
wrong.
got some
I want us
y'all
to
got
look
some
at this
male
from all
chauvinists going
facets.
on.
Oh
No,
my God.
no, that's just basic fact. That's basic fact.
My brother, I'm not suppressing you. I would just want to let her finish. Go ahead, sis.
So, you know, as far as what our bodies need, because I had made the comment in the chat, you know, we need to be listening to our bodies. And a lot of people don't understand, but once you detox, because, you know, the brother who was on here before me, he was talking about detoxing, you feel me? And that's absolutely right. Once you take into account that you're actually detoxing from the bullshit that you just put in 2-3 days ago, something changes within your body on a microcosmic scale, and then it translates into the macrocosm. So you're starting to literally change the way your body thinks once you start to detox, because you're not bombarding it with so much BS that's already been processed. I could give you a list of ingredients that we should be staying away from that actually alters our chemical, our like thinking about the food. Like, I know a lot of people know what MSG is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, MSG is another form of maltodextrin. So if y'all
Monosodium
see
glutamate.
maltodextrin in your food, know that it's the same thing as MSG. It's a mimicker, and what it does is and you guys got to understand, this is the stuff that they bombard us with in ingredients. And these ingredients, like, some of these ingredients actually play a role on how you think. Yes, soy is definitely one of them. Soy actually, it actually breaks it down all the way to your genetics. You know what I'm saying? It actually is the worst thing. But when we're talking about like foods, maltodextrin, MSG, two in the same, like one in the same. And what this does is it actually kicks like serotonin and endorphins into your mind once you start to take that in, like whatever ingredient, you know, the maltodextrin in, whatever food that you're eating, it sparks something in your mind and it makes you crave it even more. Yeah. This is in everything. Why do you think all of these big corporations push all of these things? And when you see it, you crave it. Or if you take one, you can't have just one. You have to eat the whole damn bag. By the time you're done, you're like, damn, I didn't mean to eat the bag. I just wanted like a few more. So we got to get out of the process of letting these companies tell us what we should be eating and following our own intuition. That's why I said it's called intuitive eating. When you step back and you take a detox, you're able to detox from all of that. You're able to think in a more clear sight. And you know, there, besides colloidal gold and you know, Ormus gold, colloidal silver and Ormus gold, you know, there's mushrooms, y'all. This is something that has been hidden from us. And I'm gonna talk about it because this is the stuff that we don't speak on. And there's functional mushrooms. They're called nootropics. All right. Nootropics, what they do is they actually enhance your mental performance. So if and not just that, but you got stuff like lion's mane mushroom, which helps with clarity and cognizance. You got stuff like turkey tail and these are all mushrooms, okay? When I started reading and doing my research, I started realizing that all of these mushrooms that we don't take, that we don't eat, these are all mushrooms that medicines are derived from. And a lot of them are anti-cancer medicines. So retrovirals are made from mushrooms, from these type of specific mushrooms. Shiitake, maitai, turkey tail. You have a crap load of mushrooms, and these are what we call the immunity of Gaia. Okay, she sprouts these, and this is her immunity. So if this is her immunity and we come from her, this is our form of immunity. We ain't even thinking this. You know what I'm saying? We ain't even talking about this. It has to come to a point where we do our due diligence and do the research so that we take back our own life. This is what intuitive eating is about. Like, we ain't doing this. We just letting things run by us. And then we mad because we get sick. But we are the ones who don't take care of ourselves, don't do the research. And why is it that nobody's talking about functional mushrooms? I've taken functional mushrooms for about 3 years. And I'll tell you this, not just the fact that I get so much mental clarity, my third eye is wide open. My first eye is wide open, and it detoxifies and decalcifies the pineal gland. So you're getting all of these functions and all of these benefits from something that is not talked about.
Because it's an antioxidant. It cleanses the body, and also, like you said, it clears the mind. Because I eat them all the time.
Yeah.
On that note, I want you to go back and explain them why soy is so bad.
All right.
Because people don't even know what is soy. Soy is actually body parts of melanated people.
All right. So, you know, soy, functional mushrooms, I want y'all to do some research on functional mushrooms. They're called nootropic mushrooms, all right? Nootropic. But soy wreaks havoc on the body, you know? Soy, for one, soy, once it became genetically modified, you got to listen to what it is. So Monsanto, who runs and operates basically all of the, the soy and corn in the U.S., but he's patent soy. Okay, he's patent genetically modified organisms that have a higher like resistance to environment, to anything of the environment. Okay, so let's say like if this soil has, you know, not so much nutrients, well, guess what? As long as that soil has a little bit of nutrients, that's still sprouting. When a regular like, let's say a bean or whatever, it would probably die because it doesn't have it has an organic type of structure. Now we're talking about, when we talk about Dr. Sebi talks about things that are not hybridized, okay? Hybridized. Now, when we talk about Monsanto, he is everything for genetically modifying, which not just includes hybridizing of foods, but it also means changing the structure. So making it an abnormal type of structure that can withstand environments unthrivable for other plants. Now think about that in general when we're speaking on that, okay? So because something like soy is genetically modified, we and then take that in, and what do? We start to alter our own DNA. And this is the reason why a lot of us have a hard time waking up, because of the fact that soy is in everything. When you start to literally look at all of the labels and everything that you buy, you're going to see soy, soybean oil, it's all the same. Anything soy. So these...
Can you give them the off brand? Cause see, they done changed it up since soy. They got the off brand name of it.
So the off brand would be
they getting people melatonin.
Like soy gum. Soy gum would be an off, like a...
The like, melatonin, they making you give them to your kids, thinking they put them to sleep.
It's just, a lot of us, we don't take the time to actually realize what we're actually eating. You know, somebody on here was talking about oat milk or whatever. Oh, well, let me finish with the soy real quick and I'll jump onto the oat milk, because we're about to really get into some real stuff. And I seen Goddess Supreme had said fake foods. China's been doing fake foods for years. It's called plastic foods, and they've been trying to bring that shit over here. So best believe these fake foods have...
That is correct. That is definitely correct.
But with the soy, so we're gonna go back real quick. I want to finish up. So soy is already genetically modified. What they're trying to make you do is genetically alter your DNA so that you don't ever get to activate it. It takes people like a long time to activate your own DNA. It's another suppression of your godhood within you. You know what I'm saying? Tapping into you, opening up the possibilities of what you provide. And all that starts it has to start within before it starts without. That's what a lot of people don't understand. It starts outside, but it started within. It starts the minute that you're born. What's the first thing they do? If you ain't breastfeeding, you have to go to formula. A lot of babies, when they're born now, they're on formula, and they can't even tolerate the formula that they're on, because that's not what they should be ingesting. And we were going back to cow's milk. Well, of course, cow's milk is poison, because cow's milk isn't for us. It's for the calves, for their offspring. Not to mention, like, that is all pus. That is all blood. Like, then you have a process in which it has to be boiled. It's homogenized. It's like I forgot what it's called. But anyways, some of them do triple filters. So let me get this right, because I don't know if y'all know, but the more that's what it is, pasteurized. I'm sorry. So the more pasteurized something is, the more of the nutrients it's taken out of, y'all. So at the end of the day, all they're leaving you with is fucking sugar and water. That's what your milk is. Look at the content of sugar in that milk, y'all. You got like hella grams. That's too much sugar. And milk doesn't even have sugar, for one. that this is a fight over your body, not just your body, but your mind. And it always starts at a molecular level. Molecular, y'all. It starts from the cells within us because we are a cell. We see ourselves. You feel me? So everything starts at a small microcosm. That's what the whole thing about as within, so without, as above, so below. If we are the stars on this planet and we represent the stars up there, then we got to know that everything happens from a microcosm to the macrocosm of your world. This
But
is
we accepted entrapment because you just brought that up about the
exactly.
body.
But we
You said
accepted it
you
to
said
a
the
certain
cell.
degree.
Now what they lock prisoners in? A cell. Now what is the molecular makeup of a body?
Cell.
Cell. Where's your heart at? And what goes around your heart? Rib cage. What do they put you in? A cage. So you already in prison and they done entrap your mind. So here's the molecular part that I know you're trying to get them to see, and I'm just gonna speed it up. Stop letting them keep you entrapped or what they think you got. They think they got you caught up in. Once your mind open up, like you freely talking, and I know yours is not trapped, but there's a lot of people that probably listening and hearing are trapped, and they are in their cells, and they are in their cage in their own body.
I absolutely agree. And we have to accept our portion of being in our own cell until we become wise enough or take the initiative to do something about it. That's the real.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna have you to. I'm gonna need you to not be a stranger on this channel, because what you have said today has been, I guess I want to say it was a whole teaching lesson that all of us need to be aware of, because especially our Aboriginal people, we eat the worst. We eat the worst out of every nation of people. We the worst. So to be honest with you, I really believe that you need to be back on this panel, because we're gonna need you back. We're gonna really need you back, and and it took you a while to get it together. It took you a while to get it together, but you got it together, you know.
Perseverance. I wasn't born with that subject. But sorry. I mean, there was one more thing that I wanted to say, because I was looking at your icon, and that just reminded me of something that I wanted to speak on very briefly. And I had said this in the chat, but we got to go back to our ancestry. A lot of us don't do that. When I say ancestry, you got to know where your ancestors actually came from, what type of indigenous lifestyle they were living, because that's already imprinted in your DNA.
That is definitely correct.
This is how
that's definitely correct. Because if you had a tribe, if you come from a tribe that was eating meat, and then you might be from a tribe that was not eating meat. Okay, so some things may not supposed to be in your body. Some things are not adjusted to what you might be. Your body might be in tune to eating just fish. Okay, so we don't. You're definitely right. Like I said, I had a history of high blood pressure, and I have been trying to maintain that for years. And finally, I'm maintaining to where I don't have to rely so much on pills. Okay, so I'm telling you that it's everything that we put in our system. I'm from New Orleans, Louisiana. We're the city of food, so there's a lot of things that you're gonna try when you're in New Orleans.
Chief, that wasn't no basis. Let them finish. That wasn't no basis. I want to hear the rest of basis. That wasn't no basis.
Yeah, we gotta get back to that, brother. the point what I'm making to your sister is what we're gonna do. We're gonna be doing a lot of attacking the roots. Okay, that's what we're gonna work on this channel. We're gonna be building. I want different people, different concepts, different opinions, and yours is what was is definitely wanted on this channel.
Thank you.
Okay,
Thank you again for having me, y'all.
go ahead, finish up.
All right, back. I'm gonna bring it back up because she had just started it. Now, for as the ancestry goes, now y'all can say ancestry, and we taking that power as, but I'm gonna bring it back to her because I don't feel like that. I feel like the ancestry was what it was, and then it became on us, and we didn't do nothing. We didn't do nothing about it. So we don't know what them thoughts was until we tap into that energy. And see, I tapped into that energy and I know what that ancestry is. I don't know what y'all feel about it. I know what it is. But I ain't got enough people to do nothing about it. So back to you, Miss Cheetahs, how you feel about it?
Oh, I'm sorry. Honestly, I've tapped into mine as well, and things change within you. Um, I guess the best way to say is, I believe, I'm gonna just say it. I believe that our ancestors have given us everything that we needed within our own DNA. So for us to not go back and understand that those imprints are within us, even though we didn't do anything with it, it's still there because there was somebody before us. And we came here as a spirit, okay? Not just this lifetime, but many lifetimes before. So at the end of the day, we still live within our ancestry, our ancestors, and our roots. So when we go back, we still have to go back to what they ate. Like my ancestors are in the Caribbean, you know what I'm saying? So my ancestors ate more from the sea. So when I started literally putting down the chicken, and it's been about, I don't know, about a year and a half, about no meat. Things have, like, I'm gonna be honest, things have flown, like things got faster as I started tapping in more. And I mean faster as like opening of DNA, of like my own ancestry DNA, tapping into like my higher conscious self and staying in there. Like these are all things that we were given, but we don't go back to that. It's almost like we have to heal the trauma within ourselves in order to go and actually have the keys to then be like, I'm ready. We ain't doing that.
Exactly.
And how we
And
do
us as
that is with
melanated
food.
people,
You
we
wanna
are
know? You wanna know
our
the
race
truth?
is the only race that like to find out everything the hard way.
Yeah.
Everybody, every other race don't find out the hard way. They already knew.
And that's
We
You
the
always
wanna
like
thing.
to find out the hard way for
know?
nothing. Listen the first time. Don't mess with
Exactly.
nature. You don't mess with nature,
Because
you.
I'm gonna tell you, if you really want to know the ancestry and the history, what mine was, we ate humans.
And you know
Hence why
what?
they call us the
Oh,
human.
that's what I tapped into. They were there, didn't need them no more. They got ate.
But see, when we tap into that type of history, you got to think about it. It's beyond that. See, if they ate flesh, it's because they couldn't provide that energy from themselves. So
What's
they
the
had to
difference in
consume.
animal flesh and a human flesh? It's all meat.
No, well, my brother, there might have came a time where your tribe dealt with starvation, that they had no choice but to eat
Mm-hmm.
flesh. So you gotta understand, you adapt to what your
As
situation
well.
is. whatever your circumstances is, you're gonna do whatever you got to do to survive.
That's why I'm
So
agreeing with
we
him.
can't be too harsh. We can't be harsh on our ancestors. Now, a lot of things I want you guys to understand. That's like my ancestors. And y'all gotta excuse me. I am driving. I'm talking on my headsets. But I want you guys to understand that we are, a lot of us, like I'm a sea creature, like you, okay? I ate a lot. My ancestors ate a lot from the sea. We fished a lot, okay? We're fishing people,
If
okay?
you from New
We crab,
Orleans,
we
if you
crab.
from New Orleans,
Oh yeah, we crab. Yeah, we crabbing, and we going out there and get some crawfish. You hear me? So,
Crawfish.
so our tribes out there, we out there getting a lot of seafood. Okay, but I think we got away from just eating seafood, and we got into eating with the Caucasian people. And we followed them eating a lot of the meats that are out here today, and slaughtering animals is not what our culture is.
No, it's not. Simple fact, like I just said, because I tapped into that energy and I seen what had to take place because they were starving them. So when the dead died, they didn't have nothing to eat. So they had to eat human flesh because the ones that conquered them, they didn't have no mind of eating blood and flesh. If you go online right now and you can pull up pictures of they kids eating deer hearts or whatever they fish first kill or whatever, eating blood. Like I said, it's all about it's a scientific thing. It's a behavior. And where do we get that from? We got it from the people that conquered us. So when you talk about why we act like we act in the same way they taught us to act. So if we really want to make a change, stop acting like them.
But that's what I told you, brother. In this generation and time, we got to stop giving them the power. Stop talking about what the slave master has gave us. I'm rejecting that. I'm rejecting that. I'm tired of being, who were you
Look,
before slavery?
That's what I'm saying.
Who were you before
Look
slavery?
what we talk about. And
See, we bigger than slavery.
Yeah, that's what
we
I'm
bigger
saying.
than slavery.
Look what we talk about, and look at the videos that pop up on. They keep showing this same old crap. Our people out there acting ignorant. White folks come along, we'll do. They keep showing the same old crap, and we keep doing the same old thing, the same ignorant shit. Okay, somebody get wise somewhere and say, no, I ain't feeding that crap, and just turn around and walk away. Bro, you ain't finna make me do that stupid ass shit. I already know what y'all want to do. Man, a person.
Well, that's why I
man
saw
come up to me today and call me a
this is why
nigga.
we
You
taught white
guess
people everything
guess
we
what?
freaking know.
I'm gonna call him a nigga back, and I'm gonna say you don't know what a nigga is, and I'm gonna walk off. And that ain't like my daddy told that man that called him a nigga. He said, "Man, my mama didn't name me that." And walk.
Well, Nigel, Alex, Nigel want to say something. Let's give him some time, and let's give Indigenous Warrior some time, because I seen a lady not too long ago. She was eating a raw steak. So go ahead, brother.
Hence why when I saw the video of this whole conscious kid, hence why he said, this is why we taught white people everything they freaking know about us. Everything we know about us, we taught them, and everything about them, they taught us. Us and white people know each other like the back of each other's hands, whether we like each other or not. Everything we learn from them is what we learn. Everything we learn. Everything they learn from us is what they learn. Why do you think they act the way? Why do you think they act? They try to act like us so badly because we portray it and perceive it. We put it out there.
The only thing we learn from the white man is how to be a savage. That's the only thing. that we learned from them is how to be a savage. They could not
Exactly.
teach us how to grow our own foods. They could not teach you the benefits of life
Mhm.
on Turtle
None,
Island. They
none
don't
of that.
know. They
They
didn't
just
know.
taught
They
you how to be
didn't
a
know
devil.
anything about the crops. And it's facts. They didn't know nothing
I
about the
just
crops.
told
They
y'all
didn't know
when I
nothing about
remember
those
my
mandates.
ancestors. They learned to eat blood. What do they learn to eat blood from? Human blood from the
Look,
white man.
I feel that when it comes down to it, what they taught our indigenous people was to survive. All right. At the end of the day, it wasn't about being a savage. It was the fact that certain people had to be savage to survive. It's a skill
Mhm.
trait. It
No,
is a
no,
skill.
they didn't.
Survival
No,
of
they
the
didn't. It was
fittest.
time and place, and everything goes
I,
for a reason. They always planted and saved and survived during them years. No, there was no excuse. They
I
came
had to
in
disagree
here
with you
and
on that one, sis.
they just
I
portrayed.
think I think just think about it, sis. You got to think about we have been a copycat nation of people, and some of the things that we copying from the Caucasian person is not the best things.
Absolutely.
Okay, if you could talk about, we could talk about sexual. We did our people did not do the certain sexual things that you see, like anal sex. That was something that our people would never do. Our people never
Hey
did
man,
anal
but I
sex.
got
Our
virgin
people,
ears, man.
our people never did anal sex, and our people never did. Some of the other things that you see that Caucasian people have been doing throughout the years. These are learned things that we have learned throughout in a recent part of life. So when I talk about savagery, when you talk about just murdering animals and eat, we growed our own crops. We were eating more. We were more of a vegetarian fish type of people.
Oh,
We wasn't eating all that stuff that
so
you're eating. We definitely didn't deal with that because why? Think about this. We definitely wasn't dealing with the swine because it was giving us high blood pressure.
wait,
Of
hold
course.
up, hold up.
Swine is very salty.
It really wasn't. It really wasn't a swine. It really wasn't a swine because swine was created. The pig was created. Actually, it was a wild hog, and he
Oh
didn't have
boy.
no diseases. They domesticated the wild hog and made it a pig,
Hmm.
and then they started feeding it slops, and then just turned it into fat. But back to what you were saying, sexual, and
Mm.
I agree with you on that because if you allow me to tell that story that I heard, I mean it's kind of nasty, and I don't really want to tell
But
it, but
what
I
I was
will.
just, but what I was saying was, but what I was saying though is, brother, that if we go back in time and look at history itself, you know, the colonizers has always been experimenting off us. We have been the experiment slash crash dummy slash guinea pig for over the time. Look at
No,
if you
we
were to go back
haven't.
and look
No,
at
we
everything they
haven't.
have
No,
tried.
we haven't. No, no,
Listen,
we haven't.
bro.
Can
No,
I
we haven't. No, no. You need to go. You need to go study your research. We weren't no dummies. They found out we got smarter, so they had to get smarter. That's why they built the schools to send our kids to their schools. That's why they wanted to
Bro,
integrate.
crash,
No,
what I mean by test thumbs and crash. Okay, look at the Tuskegee Airmen. That was an experiment.
okay, that was before
That was an
they wanted to
experiment.
integrate. Okay, that was experiment.
Okay, and look
But
at
they found out they still couldn't
okay,
conquer us.
and look what they did
So
before second.
they had to come up with a new plot.
They had over
Like I
time.
tell
They
people,
has been
like
using the human body. But
Donald, like I tell people, like if you
they
want to
have
go
been
into
using
history,
the
after
melanated
all that,
body
Donald,
over years.
What?
okay, okay, we were segregated.
Don't want to
We
know.
had football, baseball, all that, music, everything down pat, make the
Please mute your mic for a second. Mute your mic for a second. Listen what I'm trying to tell you. When you talk about conquer, we did not speak that
Like
language.
I go scrolling
We did
down this
not.
thing, right? And then I come across this.
Could you please
He has
mute your
walking this
mic?
rapper, right? He posting and
Cause somebody mute that
he's
mic.
sitting here, he promoting this. Look at this.
I don't know who talking, but please mute your mic. Now understand that we did not know the language, that's not our original language. Understand, but that's not our, as far as education go, we were never illiterate. You're illiterate to a foreign language. You're only illiterate to a foreign language, but that does not make you illiterate. That doesn't make you dumb. So I want you guys to understand that they education, if somebody strip away your original language or your original words and you can't understand it, that's why that's why we have to understand that there's nothing crazy about melanated people.
How can somebody take
Go ahead,
something that's inside of you?
What?
Now,
what you talking about? How somebody can take something? The English language is not your language.
that's what comes.
No.
That's what comes out of your mouth. Look, they wrote a good verse.
That is not your language.
They wrote a verse. They wrote a good verse in the Bible, and I hate to quote this shit, but anyway, they wrote a good verse in the Bible. They say it's not what goes in a man that defiles him, but it what comes out of him. Now, anything that goes in the man, it goes down to the belly and goes out the drought. But what comes out of him through the mouth, malicious, jealousy, envy, all that other stuff. And I hate that verse. But so when you put emphasis on that, they cannot take the spirit from the man. They cannot take the language from the man. They cannot do that because they don't know what's inside of that man unless it comes out. So when you open your mouth to tell them, it don't matter what language it's in. Whatever language you speak, you gonna say it the same way.
Brother, that's not what we're saying, brother. I mean, that doesn't make sense what you're talking about, brother. I mean, right now we're talking about historical facts that our true language was stripped away from us. That's not the language. The English language is not our original. Look, I'm not going to argue. My brother, out of respect, my brother, I'm not going to argue with you on this. Okay, we're not going to have an argument. Shut up.
It wasn't stripped away.
We didn't give nothing else. That's not. So you believe that the English language is your language?
English ain't nothing but Ebonics. Man, English ain't nothing but Ebonics.
English is High German, if you want to be precise. And if you go back and look at the etymology of all the English words, they all come from German background. So German
and Latin and Spanish and English ain't nothing but Ebonics.
English is nothing but High German. So everything comes back to Germany. Germans were the one or the facilitators of the English language. If you just so
if you want to get technical, but I just call it Ebonics because they try to say we make up words and they call it Ebonics, but English ain't nothing but Ebonics because every word they made up is derived from another language.
Well, I guess my people in New Orleans, I guess we got our own language. You heard me? So it is what it is. So if you want, I guess we have our own natural language. We don't. I listen to people all across the United States, and most of these people talk way different. You know, so that is connecting through their tribal base. You go look at the Geechees. You look at the Geechees down there in Carolina.
Y'all call it don't y'all call it Swahili?
They have different ways of talking. That's not English. That's not an English tone.
Don't y'all call it Swahili?
No, we don't call it Swahili.
What y'all call it then? I mean, it's just Ebonics.
Look, I'm gonna show you how English works. Okay, so somebody said something right now in the chat, and they were talking about the word black. What's the word for black in English? Dark, melanin.
Dark and bald.
Pale is the word for what we would consider black, but ain't nobody listening at that, right? So when we call somebody pale, we actually saying that they in lack of melanin. But the real word for pale is actually dark. So why are we telling people, oh, these white people are pale? It's not like that. English is nothing but a bastardized language that is used to spell cast, and that's what they've been doing with words. So
Ebonics.
etymology, when we go back to words and English language, it's always the etymology of the word, which means it's not even derived. It's not even the real meaning. So you have to look back at the root. And what we're just talking about is always going back to our roots. So why are we talking about language when we ain't even going back to our own roots?
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
I let it work.
It's a crazy argument to talk about because if you want to believe English belongs to you, fine. I'm not going to argue with that. If that's what that belongs, you can keep English. We all say we all speak it, but at some point in time, there was another tongue that was used, and it was beaten out of us, and I just believe that there's a lot of so there's a lot of people who don't believe that. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
We had our own tribe.
the language is
We had our own tribe
in your
that some
spirit.
people couldn't
The
understand.
language is in your
Matter
spirit.
of fact, sometimes we have the capabilities to speak multiple
Absolutely.
languages. We don't we don't understand the power of our people. We have the power to speak multiple languages. We're not just stuck to one. And that's what y'all don't understand. That's what I'm trying to tell you, brother.
What do you think Ebonics is? It's a different way of talking. It's not derived from nothing. It's a created language. We make our own emphasis and our own definition, like they did. We created the language,
I
and then they called it Ebonics. Just the same way as they do everything that what we do. They call it another name and say,
Black Telepack, I don't mind you disagreeing with the chief. We're not gonna always agree. I think that's what people get it twisted is that y'all have to agree everything I say. I'm not like that. I'm not built like that. Okay, we're not. We're not. Everybody's not going to get on here and kumbaya and agree on the same thing. That's what makes us unique. And for us to get down the middle, we're going to keep learning together. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I'm not saying I'm 100% right.
Cause I'm gonna go back to you, Peanut, and I'm gonna show you how much you right. Cause we gonna go back to Texas and everything. Like everybody be on my butt.
That's right.
Why I won't go back and get my driver's license, pay them folks them fines, and get my driver's license for what? I mean, I don't own them. That's not. All I'm doing is getting my rights back over to them. Everybody be like, man, go and pay them fine, get your license back. For what? So they can own me again? I said, I don't want them back. But you telling me, go pay them fines and get it back? No. I done gave them too much money already. So
my brother, I have changed back. I have changed back.
That works within the law?
Yeah.
Do you
I understand what you're saying within the law, but you can get your ass arrested. But look, you know what I'm saying? You don't pay them people that
2006. I ain't been arrested since 2006. So I've been abiding by their law. I've been abiding by their law, so I've been arrested since 2006. So this is what I'm trying to get you.
Somebody asked you drive, bro.
Do I drive? I was driving when we started the conversation. When we started the conversation, I was driving.
I hear you. Well, look, Indigenous War. You got anything to say? Because we're dragging this a little bit too long. Anything you got to say, Indigenous Warrior?
Oh no, man, I'm good, brother.
Okay, I want to thank y'all once again. I want to thank y'all once again for coming through. You guys are the greatest as usual. You guys are powerful as usual. Remember, we're not going to agree on everything. That's just not possible for everybody to agree on everything. But 80% of the time we come down the middle in agreements. Okay. That's just about dialogue. You learn from each other. I might come back later and say, you know what, you're right. Okay, So it is what it is. Okay, I don't have that kind of ego or arrogance about myself. So we're gonna let Nazia. No, we're gonna start off with Alex Plummer. We're gonna start with you, and then we're gonna go with Nazia, and then we're gonna go with the young ladies. Go ahead, Nazia. Closing statement.
Hey, great panel, big lessons. I'm glad I came on. You know what I'm saying? We're stronger together than we is divided. Adios.
All right, what you say, Alex Plummer?
Oh, just peace to everybody. Love it. I enjoyed it, and I hope everybody had a good time and learned something. And let us get closer together. Peace.
All right, thank you for coming on, brother. Go ahead, sis.
I just wanted to say thank you guys for having me. I love this topic. I always advocate for self first, so self-love. And like I said, everything starts from within, so you can't give out what you don't have. But until the next conversation, I love you guys. Peace. Thank you for having me.
Yes, and please come back because I want you to know that we always have different panels, and we have a lot of times we have a lot of. Sometimes I have lady panels, sometimes I have guy panels. You are welcome all the time to come on in. We are stronger together than apart. All of us. We never gonna get over our difficulties until we come together by learning from each other. And I want y'all to understand that you guys are great. I just want to get the panel a little bit better on allowing other people to be able to talk and not to over talk each other too long. But you guys did a great job. Once again, son in the house. Thank you, Tony. Denise in the house. Thank you guys for an EP in the house. Thank you guys for for always making this channel such a great channel. Okay, and like I said, we're not gonna agree on everything, but we'll come down on in the middle on half of the things. Okay, so I want to thank you guys. We're gonna have a lot of other guests come on. We're gonna have some more interviews. We're gonna do some more new things. We're gonna learn about some other stuff, and we're gonna get it out there. And Wilma Reed in the house. In the house. Thank you for firing up the panel, keeping everything rolling. You heard me. It is what it is. Thank you for supporting the chief. You guys are so great. I want you guys to understand. I am nothing without you guys. And like I said, we're gonna get this panel. Um, we're gonna get this panel working on fire. And like I said, we can only get better, y'all. We only gonna get better. It's an institution 444. Thank you. You were splitting them dimes today. So I want to thank you guys. And I'm about to be out. I'm about to take the do my regular countdown before I get out of here. But I want to say thank you. May the Most High bless you.